Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjim, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in the Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinthesnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We are in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. Hello, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a splendid day, absolutely splendid. That appears to be a little broken, let's fix that. Bad there. Hi, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a splendid day. We are getting ready for Cities in a Snap. We've got 4 magnificent participants all gearing up to build the best festivities they can in just 2 hours time. That's right, they're gonna have 2 hours. It's gonna be legendary, it's gonna be perfect and beautiful, and I can't wait to see what they get done. Hope you're good, Cavs. We are good. How are you all doing? Hope everyone is ready to go here. Absolutely ready. And our 4 participants, I'll go ahead and announce them right just now. We've, of course, got Otherworld. We've got Radworld. We've got Cybex Streams. And Skylines Traveler Tech. It's going to be an absolutely legendary event. I can't wait to get this one started. Let's get it rolling, folks. Come on, let's get it rolling. And now, of course, we have just 10 seconds, folks. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and start. Cities in the Snap has begun. We are rolling. We are here and ready to go. And of course, we've got our timer up there in the top for you guys to witness. And we are going. Hi, Mom. I know, right? Go! That's right. Let's go, 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 go. And Gareth Hype, what's up there? Gareth Hubble, thank you so much for sharing your community with Cities in a Snap. Can we get some love and chat for one of our participants and guest commentators from time to time, Gareth Hubble? There we go, and thank you for the follow there, Shield Maiden. Really means a lot. Welcome on in, folks. Welcome to Cities in a Snap. I hope you're all excited as I am because this is an absolutely legendary event. So let's go ahead and discuss the challenge today. Today, they are on a snowfall map. That's right. So let's go ahead and showcase this map. And Polyphony edit map, boom, there we go. That is the map they are on today. It is an absolutely legendary map. I made a mistake. For some reason, it's not working right now. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and keep it rolling just like that. That's right. And then, oh, Sage Tree 1, for some reason, that's not working for you. But it's okay. We will accept that. But that is the map link for today. Be sure to utilize that, and if you want to see what kind of map they are on, it's an absolutely great map. It's snowfall oriented. It's an absolutely gorgeous thing. And I'm going to go ahead and just update this on the back end so that it is properly in there, because, I mean, we can't not have it properly running, can we? So how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's having an absolutely splendid day. Well, let's go ahead and take a look-see at our participants. So, of course, participant number 1, Otherworld. Otherworld is definitely not new to this competition. Otherworld knows what they're doing. They are very frequently participating nowadays because they've actually been viewing for a while. This is their second time participating, and we are told that Otherworld wants to keep on competing. So we are going to hope that that is a thing that they keep on doing. And now let's go ahead and visit this next one. And the next participant is another familiar face, Radworld. That's right, Radworld is back. the turnip man himself. He is here to go ahead and wow us with his vanilla-centric city designs, and definitely looking to wow us in the snowfall aspect, because a lot of people consider detailing in a snowfall city very challenging, particularly in vanilla. And that's something that you do need to keep in mind that I think that he'll be able to get a good handle on, but we'll have to wait and find out if that's indeed the case. So now let's go ahead and visit participant number 3. Participant number 3, we of course have Cybex Streams, who is wearing a very slick suit today, is a frequent participant on Cities and Snap, and also does a really great job of actually showing up. He participates a lot. He also does a great job with being a moderator on the channel, so he has an extra bonus of being a Cities in a Snap moderator. Always super hype. Always super hype. And now, of course, participant number 4, we have Skylines Traveler Tech. That's right, STT, the man himself, formerly known as Irish Traveler. You will love him. He is great. He is back. He's still got his greenness going on. He's still got that tech theme going. And we're told that his themes work properly, and we won't expect to see a mossy city this time. Let's see if that actually pans out, though. I'm doing a thing right now. I'll be back in roughly an hour. Come back! Since that Twitch are hosting a con on their channel. Anyone surprised that's getting glitched up? Also, they released a new API. All the goof. It's true they have. Wait, what new API? Another one on top of the API I already know about and will be working on tonight? Or a different API? And also, folks, brand new stuff here on the overlay. This is courtesy of, I'll say myself, Kazjim. I worked with the Twitch API, go figure, and now, every time we have new participants, their photos automatically get loaded. So now you can more easily visually identify who you're looking at. There we go. The one you know about. Nice! I love that so much. Very, very much. All right, and folks, we're going to go ahead and dive into probably our first round of interviews. So let's go ahead and dive into that. It's already time. So let's go ahead and dive in first, of course, to the man himself, Overworld. What is up, Overworld?
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. It's a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait to see what you guys have got planned. So what do you think of the map today?
I like it. It's got a lot of mountains, more than last time I was on here, so that's kind of a nice little change. And I just again, I'm kind of a newbie when it comes to part of this because I've actually never done a snow map on my own before, so I started playing around with it, and I kind of like the snow maps. Like it just looks really kind of pretty actually. So
part of that is actually the Varishan Frost theme, because you're looking at kind of an altered version of it, and I think it's absolutely great. I think it's a great way to kind of round everything together, and it keeps it looking, I guess, a bit more photorealistic too. So for those of us that go for that photorealism, it's really great for us. But you have no experience in Snowfall, or just a little bit?
Just a tiny bit. Like literally the last week I've built something in my own city, and that's about it.
Oh, wow. So, like, you're really fresh. So, you're really in the deep end here. So, what kind of festivities can we expect to see from you today?
Well, I decided I'm going to be doing a small city build with a festival area. I was thinking about what I was going to do, and I grew up in a very small town, and we had a town celebration every year that everybody would come to, and so I'm going to have kind of that same theme of just small town, but with a celebration going on with it, too. So
I like that. Small, simple, idea. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So, any particular type of festival that you think it's going to be echoing, or is it just going to be like a generic festivities type thing?
I don't really have a good idea in terms of anything specific. I do like this waterfall up here, though, and this lake up here, so I'm going to try to incorporate that a little bit. So, it may be sort of like a water theme, but not really. I think this is just going to be more for looks and for aesthetics, and it is going to be for use, I think. But we'll see.
It's a very beautiful little area for sure.
It is.
As far as the competition today, you're up against some pretty stiff competition. You've got Radworld, who is the vanilla master. Then you've got Cybex Streams, a regular, wearing a suit for some reason, by the way. Still have yet to find out why that is. And of course, Skylines Traveler Tech, a veteran of all this stuff. So what do you think of that?
I think I better get my button gear and do something good here, because I do have some good competition. I was actually quite excited when I found out who I was going up against, because I'm like, this will be a good competition overall for everybody. So,
oh, definitely, I'm really looking forward to it. So, anything else we can expect to see from you today? Any special tricks, or are you just going to try and get something festive in?
I'm just going to try to get something festive in. I think the last time I learned, I just got to start building and just do the best I can and see what comes. So
everyone
my plan.
universally does better no matter how well they do their first time. They always do much better their second time, so I can't wait to see what you do. Folks, again, this is twitch.tv/otherworld. Be sure to check them out using the links down below. And thank you very much. We'll be in with you around the halfway point.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, and really quick, thank you so much to Co-ops for the sub there. It really means a lot. And thanks so much for helping support this magnificent city building event. So now let's go ahead and check out participant number 2.
Again.
Rad World. What's up, Rad World?
Hi there.
So, how is the Radish Man going?
Not too bad, thank you. I recently recovered from COVID, so hopefully.
Yes, I did hear about that. So, like, first of all, really great. I'm glad to see you're back. I'm glad to see that you've bounced back and that you're recovering. I hope that I hope that you're one of the lucky ones that doesn't have any of the long-lasting symptoms.
Yes.
It'll be absolutely great if you don't, but obviously if you do, we'll be with you the whole way. You know the community's with you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anytime. So, what have you got? I mean, this is your big return and whatnot. So, I mean, what are you feeling? What are you going to build? What kind of festivities are we looking at?
Well, I'm just trying to do some stuff. So let's just remind everyone that I'm a vanilla only player. So I'm trying to work as creatively with the assets that we've got. So my idea is just to build a big city in the center here that's kind of based around the assets that come with the snowfall. But as you can see, the problem with the snowfall map is, although it kind of looks beautiful, it also looks very monochrome after about 10-15 minutes of looking at it. So you want to try and introduce some color. So I'm going to try and do a bit of a merge of some of the snow assets and of some of the theme park assets. And some of the Christmas ones and some of these various things to try and get something that looks really colorful right in the center of the city, and then have some big stuff coming out around the outside. So I'm just sort of experimenting with some ideas for now, and obviously I've already built the the power and the water, hopefully enough so that it doesn't all die at just 10 minutes before the end of the game.
Right. Well, we'll hope that that's going to be enough for you. And also, so what do you think of the map and the theme for today?
Well, the theme's quite exciting. I mean, I think it's it might be a little bit early. I mean, a couple of the US people said, why are we thinking about winter in a snap and the Christmas kind of theme when we haven't had Thanksgiving yet? But for me, given we're in lockdown at the moment, it's kind of like, we're all just looking forward to the next big event. So it's been a nice opportunity to think about some of the Christmas stuff and remind me to get presents for the family and start thinking about that kind of stuff. So I think it should be quite good. The map itself is quite nice. I haven't seen this one before at all, so I'm trying to work out how I can build my idea around what's in this map, because there's quite a lot of stuff already here. We noticed the dam in the corner over there, and the long winding road, and the mountains, and then the large plainy desert kind of things. So I'm trying to kind of work with the map rather than change the map completely. But yeah, I think it should be quite exciting.
Awesome. Now, so finally, your competition today. You're up against Otherworld, Cybex Streams, and Skylands Traveler Tech. A good mix of competition.
Yeah. No, well, I'm looking forward to playing. I mean, I've seen Cybex is quite a veteran of this competition now, isn't he? And
yes,
he always does something good. I mean, I think he uses mods, but some of his style is not dissimilar to mine. He isn't necessarily too much of a grid-based player, and I think he's good. And yeah, the other guys, yeah. I forgot what the Skylines Tech's your previous name. I've definitely voted for some of his cities in the past as well. So yeah, I think it should be a good competition, and I'm excited to see what everyone does.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what you do, but we'll be sure to check in with you around the halfway point. But for now, folks, this is twitch.tv/radworld, and we'll be checking in with you around the halfway point.
Thanks very much, Kazjem.
All right. And now we're on to participant number 3, Cybex. So first of all, quick thing that I want to discuss with you in chat before we discuss the elephant in the room. I was just with Rad World, and he was talking about, yeah, and I can't believe I'm up against Cybex. This is going to be great. He doesn't build too grid-based as you were building a big grid on screen.
Well, it was like a creative
timing.
Grid.
It is, but it was still really funny. He's like, yeah, he doesn't really do anything too grid-based, and I'm just sitting there like, trying my best not to laugh. Anyways, so...
Can I get
how
somebody
are you
to
feeling
pop over in
today?
his chat and just remind him it's a violation of rules to be watching my build while he's
Yeah,
commenting?
exactly. Oh my god. So first of all, I have to ask, what's with the suit?
So we've lost at too many of these competitions. So we are all business today, and we're here to win.
I didn't know that
monopolize
Cybex owned
today.
a suit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I didn't know
You
that
can't be a
owned one, like-
cyborg. You can't be any kind of respectable cyborg and not own a suit.
Okay, well, fair enough. So, what's your plan for today? Any big festivities in mind, or are you just going a bit more generic? And then also, what do you think of the map?
Yeah, no, we have a one mega festivity in mind. I will say the map took me a little bit off guard just because of the snow theme. I wasn't expecting that. A lot of festivities, especially in 2020, occur outside. So, it kind of threw me off a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be
I'm
absolutely
excited.
great.
Sorry,
Awesome.
Wi-Fi
So-
is leaving for work. I apologize.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. So,
Perfect timing.
next up, you've got some pretty good competition across the board. You've got Otherworld, you've got Rad World, and then you've got Skyline's Traveler Tech. So, how are you feeling about your competition?
We are. It's the best of the best. I can't wait. I am uber excited. I'd never want to go up anything but the best competition, and we drew that card this week, so I'm stoked.
Awesome. So why don't you tell us a little bit, because you've already made a lot of plays in this event, and it's only been 13 minutes and a few seconds in. So why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of what you're doing so far? What's your strategy been? Like, just what are you getting down on the plate?
Okay, so I won't spoil what our festivity is, but it does require people because it requires a farm. So we're gonna have a farm industry, and our festivity will require some farm industry, and it's probably not what you're thinking it is. So I'll just leave it at that.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what that's going to be. So, the final little bit I'm going to ask you then is, do you have any, I guess, hooks? Because you're a guy, you always have a hook at the end of your build. So, do you have any special hooks for today?
I think like the build itself will kind of be a hook because I'm going for something pretty creative, I think. But nothing like too wild and crazy, I don't think.
Okay, fair enough. Well, folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Cybex streams, not only participating, but also one of our moderators for the main channel. So be sure to send him some love, and we'll be back with you around the halfway point. How's that sound?
Hey, much love, man. Thank you very much. Look forward to speaking with you.
Awesome. It's going to be absolutely great. And now, of course, we are on to participant number 4, Skyline's Traveler Tech, STT. What is up, my friend? You're muted in case... Oh, there we go. Okay.
I just unmuted myself.
Okay, well, the real question is, how long did it take you to notice?
Only
Anyways.
2 seconds.
Okay, that's good. So, first of all, how are you feeling today?
Nervous.
Oh, that's okay. Nothing like a little bit of nervousness to get the old bones going. So, let me go ahead and boost your volume a little bit, because you do seem to have gotten quieter all of a sudden. Can I go ahead and hear from you again really quickly?
Mic check 1 2.
Perfect and beautiful. Yeah, for some reason, Discord like dialed you back to like 30%, and I have no idea why. So yeah, you're fixed now. Must have happened during your mic check earlier. Anyways, so obviously, I want to start off first by just you are a person that has existed, Skyline's Traveler Tech. Do you want to tell us where you came from, just in case people aren't familiar? Because I feel like most people are, but just in case they aren't.
Yes, the artist formerly known as Irish Koala. So there is a reason for that. And I started a new account because I wanted to start out fresh. There was a couple of other things with the other account that I literally really didn't want to be associated with anymore. And so therefore I'm starting fresh.
Awesome, because I did just want to clarify that, because again, like because I was talking about, yeah, he's a veteran of it, and I know that I probably turned a couple of head scratches of just like, where'd this guy come from? It's just like, no, I promise you know this guy. Anyway, so that's the quick background on who SCT is and that he exists. So, as far as your competition today, how do you feel about the competition you're up against?
It's pretty interesting. I mean, I didn't think I was going to be matched up with Cybex there. Sorry about the derp on the screen, but
Oh, that's okay. That was really funny. I actually kind of liked it. So, you're up against some pretty fair and balanced competition. I mean, you've got Rad World, kind of a master of vanilla. You've got Otherworld, who took us all by storm last month. And then, of course, Cybex, a seasoned regular. So, you and Cybex, I think, are by far the two of the most experienced people this week, let alone this month. So, I mean, how does it feel to be one of the veterans of the event?
I am in it to win it.
I mean, why wouldn't you be at that point? So, out of curiosity then, so what do you think of the map, and what do you think of the theme?
The map looks really fun. I was actually quite hoping that it was going to be a snow-themed map, so I was mentally preparing myself for that.
I aim to please, sometimes.
Nice.
So what do you think of the actual theme for this week? As far as the festivities, do you have any special plans for it? Do you have any big builds planned? What's the story there?
City Carnival is the theme. So
Ooh.
I couldn't think of any assets to find for what is it? Like an ice castle? Because here in the Twin Cities, every year, well, besides 2020, that we have a St. Paul Winter Carnival, and it's a huge deal. So they have buttons to give away, all this other stuff. And they have an ice castle as the main theme. So I couldn't find any castles, and I just decided to use US Bank Stadium as the castle. But in this case, it's a glass castle to kind of mimic the ice. And so
Right.
that's what I was looking at.
Awesome. Well, that sounds really great. Now, as far as your actual thoughts on your actual strategies and all that, you've already made some good plays. You've already placed down a couple of good little things as representations. Do you have any other big hooks that you're going for this time? Or is this going to be a fairly just build it as you go type thing?
The day-night cycle will be in play towards the end.
Ooh, okay, that's a good hint. I like looking for that kind of hint. And folks, with that hint, we're going to go ahead and leave Skylines Traveler Tech, or STT, alone, and we're going to let you get building, because we'll be sure to bug you around the halfway point. How's that sound?
Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Awesome. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Skylines Traveler Tech, or STT for short. I'm sure he'll respond to a bunch of other stuff too, but we'll be sure to check in with you later.
it. Right. See ya.
All right, and now we are back. So, wow, some good competition today. Really, really good competition. I can't wait to see what comes of it. So, folks, what do you think of today's competition? GameLink? What? GameLink? What do you mean? Just read about it. Seems interesting. I don't know what that is. What's this, Cuboid? Wow, that's really nice. Cuboid, go ahead and file the appropriate paperwork for that person. There we go. That was interesting. Hang on, I've got to screenshot that. Like, what? There we go. And let's go ahead and get a mass ban going. That's mass bannable, just saying. And hang on, let me go ahead and get this in, then we'll be right back to it, folks. There we go. All right, so goodbye, person. Goodbye. He is now gone from everything. So now that that person's out of the way, so what do you guys think of today's competition? We've got Otherworld, we've got Rad World, Cyber Extreme, Skylines Traveler Tech. I think we've got some really good competition, and I'm really hyped about the giveaway now. We've got Radio Commander from Kitty Clawed, I believe it is. It's going to be absolutely legendary. Be sure to use !ticket to get your entry. So what happened? Someone posted something that they shouldn't have. And Cuboid took care of it nice and quick, and we love him for it. Yes, me, just a troll, they're gone now. They're really gone, they got mass banned. There we go, and Gareth Hubble buying the ticket, beautiful. Just someone being rude. The snow map is interesting, but also kind of restricting, I feel. So why do you feel that snow map is restricting? I personally feel that the avenues it forces you to go down creatively are actually more enlightening, because I feel that trying to build a beautiful city on Snowfall has made me a better detailer and beautification, just city builder in general, for normal cities, because you really have to think outside the box. You can't just think in colors. You have to think in shape. You have to think in depth. You have to think in size variance. You have to think about density shape. You have to think of a lot of different things to sell your city, as opposed to just, oh look, there's different colors in these different areas. Well, there, guys, you trolled me with this map. Oh, I know you did. I did. Well, last festivities, I was surprised about the different festivities. True. Well, this time, and again, we've got a winter carnival, kind of like he said he was going for something that's supposed to be around that ice castle type feel. And then we've also got Otherworld, that is a legendary thing, that he's apparently just doing something a bit smaller. And then we've got Cybex that's doing something to do with a farm. I'm guessing it's going to be like a tree farm or something like that. And then we've got Rad World, who, you know, I'm not entirely certain how I feel, because he said that he's just going for something big and that he's just going to kind of go as he goes. So I don't really know what to expect there. We're going to have to wait till we have more data. Bonjawa rigged. Probably rigged. There we go. I'm a subscriber to the idea that constraints breed creativity. Exactly. They always do. Well, okay, no tickets for rigged giveaway for me now. Yep, exactly. None for rigged giveaways. Rip. But that's okay. Pirate Turtle, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hello, CS. Hello, chat. How are you doing today? CyberSight doing absolutely legendary. It's a beautiful day. I'm always happy to see some of our other participants popping up and seeing what's real. I would just make a desert-themed city and say, they're going into streets like at normal festival to see what's going on, probably. As I spend 200 hours being a village of 5,000 people, snow maps get boring to me. But for a quick build, I like the idea. Keyblade, what I would challenge you to do then, because I was struggling with this a little bit. Now, granted, I don't detail anywhere near as much as you. I'm very much I'm good on the macro detailing, I'm not as there on the micro detailing yet. But I would say, just challenge yourself to take just take a screenshot, just take like an idea from a past city of yours and just tell yourself, I need to recreate this in Snowfall and make it as beautiful. That's what I did. And that seemed to help me with my Snowfall stuff because it really helps you think outside the box because you start thinking, okay, I can't use these trees here, but what if I had, say, a statue here? And then things like, the bushes. What if instead of having a line of bushes, we have a few bushes, but we also have risen curbs guarding them, things like that. Because if you just add on a bunch of little stuff like that, you end up with what I think is a pretty good looking area. Because the problem is people just look at it as monochrome, as a lot of people have already mentioned in the competition today. But if you sit there and start thinking about depth, thinking about shape, all of that, you can really transform it. I like the LUT that Rad World is using. I kind of like his LUT, but honestly, I'm partial to the one that Skyline's Traveler Tech or Otherworld are using. And it's possible that Cybex is using it as well, but as he's in a different map mode right now, I can't quite tell. There, hello, Cat Lady. Yes, indeed. Rad's World Snow looks yellow to me. Yeah, it does look a little yellow to me, and that's why I'm not as big a fan of that. There we go. Just leave the zoning tiles on and color that way. I mean, hey, that's one way to do it, and that way you just mark everything as industry. That way it's all yellow snow. But I do see what he's going for here. He's going for that centralized kind of festivity feel. He's got the festival, he's got the carnival stuff around it. Now, I am curious, though. I'm very curious just what else he's going to add, because I feel like having a fairground in the middle of town is good enough. But in order to win Cities in Snap, you've got to have something else in there. So I'm expecting something really grand. And I'm going to be keeping my eye on that roundabout that he's got just south of that little square he has together. I am thinking that he's going to put something really big there. Like, that's where I personally would put something like, a big city Christmas tree, put a large statue, put a little flower garden if it weren't a Snowfall map. That's the kind of thing that could make or break his build. Because being right off the main festivities and having a large Christmas tree, that'd be great. And even just, I think it'd look really nice. And plus, it'd balance the build really well. Is it the same rubric as last week? Of course it's the same rubric. Of course it is. It's the same rubric for all of the regular bracketed events. There we go. Just like the zone title, Rad's World. Yep, Rad's World does look snowy. When are you entering CIS, Mario? I don't know when Mario is entering CIS. We need to get him in, though. And folks, the applications are currently, we need to actually take them offline, but we're not currently taking applications for the next 4 weeks. For the next 4 weeks, we will not be accepting applications. And that's because we don't have any other regular bracket events for the rest of the year, because next week is a final. Week after that, no Season Snap. Week after that, All-Stars. Then it's Host and Snap. Then it's Charity Event. Then no event. And then we have our first one of the new year, which is going to be Details in a Snap. So again, we've got a lot of things coming up, and then the next bracketed event will be in January. So be sure to stick around for that. I would say around the middle of December, look for a sign-up sheet to be available for January. I'm going to apply for next year. Yes, apply for next year. I only want to do construction site in a Snap. Stay tuned for that, Mario. Stay tuned. That's all I'll say on that. And make sure you're playing bingo with the community. Morphus, how's your bingo card going? How's everyone's bingo card doing? Because, I mean, honestly, we're all here to play bingo. Cities is just the background noise to us playing bingo, because that's really how we do it here. Let's go ahead and check out what some of these folks are doing in a little bit more detail. I'm curious with what STT is doing here, because he's focusing a lot on getting this street front done, so I'm thinking that this is going to be where we see the majority of his tour happening. And what I'm expecting to see from him is that he focuses a lot here, and then probably around the halfway point, he builds out and gets a few blocks built of just generic city around it before he spends probably the last third coming back and heavily detailing what's left. That's what I am thinking we're going to see here, because he's already spending a lot of time on just this main street, so he's really going to be hinging on those unique theme and detailing points, I think. From 16 to 32. Nice! It's going to be great! There we go. Sorry, since we bought a ticket. Beautiful. So apparently you have to have whole year to fix GPU to compete in CIS. No, you don't have a whole year. Just me. You have a month and a half. Because in about 6 weeks will be the next bracketed CIS event. Because again, December, no bracketed events. But January, we have the first week of Details and Snap, and then weeks 2 through 4 will be regular events, with the 5th weekend being the final. Still waiting for my new PC internet connection before I can apply to join CIS. Dude, Skipper, we can't wait to get you in. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. But let's go ahead and see what some of these other folks are doing. I'm curious with what I see Otherworld doing up there. So Otherworld over here doing really, really good stuff. It seems like he is trying his best to just make this feel like a snow-laden town. Because again, he's not building a super dense area. He seems to be building a bit more spread out. And it almost looks more like a highway stop than it does a town. And I think that's really interesting to me. Yeah, I don't know about my internet, since my ISP is being a massive... Oh, no, you're probably fine. You're probably fine. There we go. All right, and thank you, Cuboid, for posting that. I had grabbed it myself, too, but I'm glad you did as well. Doubt my net connection will be in place by January, unfortunately. No, you'll be fine, Skipper, and we'll get you in. Participants, there we go. And remember, folks, be sure... D is donut hole, right? Yes, there are being donut holes. Yep. There we go. Don't forget to enter for the giveaway. That's right. Be sure to use !ticket to enter that giveaway, folks. And that giveaway is, of course, for Radio Commander, courtesy of Kitty Claw. And we'll be sure to drag Kitty Claw along in about, I would say, 20 minutes. Or about, yeah, I'd say actually about 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and draw for that giveaway. Kitty Claw, I never understand the concept of donut holes. Donut holes are brilliant. Don't insult them. Radio Commander? Yes, Radio Commander is a gift from Kitty Claw to the community, and one of you, lucky folks, gets to win it. Bite-sized fun? It is bite-sized fun, exactly. So let's go ahead and check out a little bit of what Cybex is up to. There we go, and Laszlo successfully buying a ticket. What's up, Laszlo? Hope you're doing well. Alright, so it looks like, again, we don't see much of the theme yet from Cybex. He is going with his usual strategy to build a city first, tack the theme on later, but he's leaving a large area here for his theme. Now, curiously enough, he hasn't started placing the farms yet. I would think they'd want to do that to get them in and balanced, but it's also possible he just wanted to get a baseline city in. So let's hope that his all-business approach pays off this time. Doing good, just put the kids to bed. Nice! Did you tell the kids we said hello? No, Holo Donut is just air, it's true. No, it's not. You know, said, ha, funny. Strategic game set in Vietnam where you command using only radio and receive message. It's actually a really interesting concept. Very, very interesting. Any pre-made road layouts being used? No, Cyberscythe, there are none being used. But yeah, the Cyberscythe addendum will be in soon. That was actually, I just want to say too, and I want to thank everyone for being so cordial about this, because yeah, we were sitting here talking about this, and obviously, because what Cyberscythe did is perfectly legal. Just, it's one of those things that, like, I had never thought of. So again, and I want to thank everyone for being totally sporting with that in general. And again, we're still toying with how we want to word that, because the problem is, it's a really hard thing to quantify where it stops being an intersection or not. So, I don't know. It's one of those things that we're still toying with on the back end. We don't know if the Cyberscythe addendum will exist, or if it does exist, what it will look like. But be proud, you might be one of the folks that has an addendum made after them. Here's a lot, Wolf Dragon. And man, you sound like a really good radio host. Well, thank you, Wolf Dragon Gaming. I do this every single Saturday, so I would hope that I have something of a good voice. There we go, I'm sure he does. Yeah, I get told that basically, I would say 1 out of 10 people that visit either this stream or my personal stream for the first time, one of their first things is something about a, quote, radio voice. And I don't know why. It just is. I talk like this. It's brilliant. There we go. Say this up. What's up, Attitude? How are you doing, my friend? Welcome on in. We've got about 90 minutes remaining. We're going to go ahead and send out that timer a little bit delayed. I didn't send it out on time because I was distracted by the lovely comment about my beautiful voice. And I am just now sending out their 90-minute warning. There we go. And then you've also got a really good radio face. It's true, I do. There we go. Cuboid, Cuboid. Why don't I see the emotes? It seems that Twitch's API is being a little bit wonky right now, so don't worry, it shouldn't affect the running of the event, because I only use the API to set up the scenes. Twitch is twitchy again. It's being really twitchy, and ironically, they just added in an API that basically built on my Twitch CPR system. Hashtag beat them to it. When is Twitch not twitchy? Sometimes. It looks interesting without emotes, to be honest. Does it? Now, I'm curious if I went through to their chats without the emotes. That's the thing I'm really curious about. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I had to get a quick drink there. When is Twitch not twitchy? I don't know. So let's go ahead and check out a little bit of... I want to check out a little bit more of what Otherworld is doing, because Otherworld is doing a little bit more city now. His doesn't necessarily look like just a highway stop anymore. We're seeing some real developments here, and we're actually seeing an interesting road layout. That's something I really like about Otherworld's builds. He does a lot of very interesting road layouts. He doesn't quite do it grid-like. He doesn't quite do swervy, curvy roads. He does it in a very organic manner. And I like a good organic pseudo-grid. I think it's brilliant to have. And also, I just figured out what Skylines Traveler Tech is doing. It looks like Skylines Traveler Tech is centering his entire build around an ice skating rink. So we'll have to check in on that in a little bit. They added the actual emotes to their chats. Nice. Doesn't even work on it in other channels. RIP. One on some of them did. I see Sonic has the actual emote. That's so weird. I wonder if emotes work on their channel as they're streaming. I don't know. That's weird. That's really, really weird. So is Otherworld. That is really, really weird. Oh my goodness. So we'll have to find out what's going on there. But yeah, we'll definitely figure out what's going on there. It's probably just something funky with the API. The other two don't. Okay, well, there you go. The worst things have happened, honestly. There we go. All right, so folks, a couple quick announcements while we have a brief moment of respite here. Remember, we have several events coming up next week. The November Finals. We will see the winner of this week going up against our reigning champion, Eclipse Chris, and then, of course, the winner from last week. And we will be going forward, and we're just going to have a great time because, of course, last week was Taraja, and there will be a fourth competitor that I am choosing that will join in as a fourth contestant for week number 3. And it'll be absolutely legendary. It'll be beautiful, and I can't wait to get that event underway. But, of course, then, November 28th, no cities in a snap. Again, no cities in a snap on November 28th. And then, of course, on December 5th, we have the All-Stars events. More details about that are formulating. And then, of course, hosts in a snap on December 12th. You can see myself, Cash him, go up against the event creator, Lemon Pops, and we will see who can build the best city between the two hosts of Cities in a Snap. And of course, December 19th, the charity event. I am working with Brainless Society. I'm getting some neat integrations in there. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. We will be raising some money for the holiday season, and I can't wait to get that underway. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. There we go. A con, obviously. Twitch are streaming their GlitchCon. Everything glitches when they have a comp. It's true. Week 3, 3 hours Imperial Jedi 3. No! True, Gareth, Eclipse Chris, where is Cuboid in Snap? I don't know. Which charity? Have we decided that yet? No, I'm still deciding that right now. That's actually why I haven't released the full details of it yet, because I'm still deciding between a few. Because just like with the breast cancer one, I'm sitting there figuring out the exact one I want to do. I'm figuring out what's going to go the longest way, what's going to be the most universally recognized and accepted one. There's a lot of different factors I'm trying to take in for that one. There we go, November 20th, no CS and stuff. So, who can make less no town in no 2 hours? What? Can we, so I wanted to do something that was more for, now, I think that's a good idea, Mario, but I wanted to do something to address the, I guess, the food insecurity that is facing a lot of the world right now due to COVID and due to economic losses that are happening across the world. And I wanted to do something to deal with, you know, the food insecurities that a lot of people are facing. There we go. So that's what we're aiming for, Mightio. That was entertained, but again, since so many people are still dealing with economic devastation from a global pandemic, I want to do something to counteract that. GG for the next mass ban. Oh, another mass ban! Wow, what is with all of these right now? Like, seriously, Twitch. Oh my goodness, another mass ban, Kez. Yeah, I know, I'm on it. I'm on it. Amnesty International? I don't know, maybe. Again, we're looking into which one we're going to be doing. Alright, and now that guy is gone from all across the community. Like, why do people even try? Like, what is even the point of them trying? We've been an account called, I wonder if it's related, maybe, Kazwife, maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive in again. I want to see what Cybex is up to with his farms. Cybex's farms are doing quite well. It looks pretty good indeed. And I'm curious what his unique thing is. He said it's not something we're expecting. Now, if it's farms, I'm not expecting a tree farm, but it's holidays, so I am expecting a tree farm. And I really want to see something like a Christmas tree farm. I really do. I think it could be absolutely legendary. There you go. How do you feel, Kazwife, being called Kazwife? Wait, what? Well, no CIS and Snap. Special stream day. Then whole stream would be off, and 4 competitors would have to make nothing during 2 hours. Of course, just me. It'd be absolutely beautiful. I wonder if there's an increase in troll accounts right now due to the GlitchCon thing that's happening. I do wonder if that is a thing that is happening here. Alright, so let's go ahead and back out, and I want to see what Rad World is up to. Let's check out Rad World next. So it looks like Rad World here actually not doing too badly. Got a lot of neat roadouts, and this is something that Rad World does that this is what I try to do, but I don't always succeed in doing. Having a more gridded city center, like where your city actually started, the more dense area where grids actually make a huge difference. And then breaking away from that, going more swervy, going more curvy, all of that stuff, so that you can actually have some neat shapes and all that outside. Because if you notice, if you look at a typical city, at least in Western Europe and the United States, you actually see a very gridded downtown center, and then it gets less gridded the more you go out. Now, that isn't 100% the case, but it's a very common case. I would say, bot in a snap, who can make the best Twitch bot in 3 hours? Oh my goodness, Gareth! Yes! Oh my goodness! That would be fun! Oh my goodness, Gareth! Yes! Yes, that would be great. And yes, tree farm is forestry, but he said it's going to be something that we don't expect. That's the thing I'm talking about here, Skipper. So I'm not sure what to expect from Cybex there. Oh my goodness, Gareth, I challenge you to bot in a snap. So I'll clip that. Yes, yes. Not really cities related though. I don't know. Build the best city skylines Twitch bot. I don't know. Oh, I think it's funny. That's all that matters. Anyway, so folks, you got about 6 minutes to enter the giveaway, and I'm gonna ask Kitty Claw to hop in here in a few minutes so that we can get that giveaway drawn and given away. There we go. And then, of course, we're taking a look at everyone here because, again, this is a great event. Sorry, got a quick thing there. Hi, Pumpkinhead Live. What's up there, Seven Shadows? We've got a lot of interesting builds going on here. So, folks, what do you think of the individual builds? Who do you think is pulling ahead? Is someone pulling ahead? Is the person you're rooting for pulling ahead? What is going through your heads, folks? What is going through your head? Or is there anything going through your head? Or are you just enjoying the lovely cities being built? I hope it's a little bit of all of that. I really do. There we go. Polyphony is doing a great job. It's true. Polyphony always does a great job. Speaking of which, Polyphony gave us some new updates to our overlays. You'll notice that everyone has their own channel icons, where they're right next to their nameplates. So thank you, Polyphony, for doing that. Swap languages for it? No! Oh, no. I can't do other languages. SCT did nearly nothing special for now, IMO. Cybex made a city already. True. Now, STT has a very beautiful little center going on. Cybex has a city. Rad World has a nice design. And then Otherworld, he's been zoomed in a little too much for us to really see the overall scope of what Otherworld is doing. But so far, I would say, as far as detailing goes, I think Otherworld's nailing it. I think it's absolutely nailing that detailing category. Where do I apply for guest commentator? You go to Discord and find the links in there. There we go. To be honest, I can't really find anything that catches my eyes for now. Yeah, I'm not finding anything yet, and this is really odd, because normally by this point in the competition, we start seeing people kind of organize themselves. We start seeing different ideas formulate. We start seeing different centerpieces come forward. But we haven't seen that yet, and I don't know what the deal is with that. We'll have to ask each of them that around the halfway point. You have a nicely detailed square. It's true, he has a very nicely detailed square. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to pull in Kitty Claude, and she is going to talk a little bit about the giveaways and whatnot. So let's see if we've got her in here. Kitty Claude, do I have you? I might have Kitty Claude. Until we have Kitty Claude.
No, I'm here. I'm sorry. I forgot my mic was muted.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. So, Kitty Claude, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
Doing beautiful. Always love Cities and Snap Day. So, why don't you talk a little bit about the giveaways before you draw the first one?
Okay, well, the first one we have today is for me, and it's the radio commander. I guess you're in charge of the troops in Vietnam, or you do the radio for them. So I guess you gotta just get them where they need to be. And then the second one is from Adventures of AJ, the City Skyline High Tech Buildings Creator Pack.
Ooh, that's pretty fancy. So why are we giving these giveaways? Why are we giving things away to people? Like that's just madness. Why would we do this?
Because it's fun. No,
'Cause
it's
it's
to
fun?
give.
I like that.
It's fun, but it also gets back to the community who are here week after week, either watching or participating in this awesome event. It's a way to thank everybody for showing up and being here with us.
Awesome. So now, really quickly too, because Kitty Claude, you don't just do the giveaways and all that. You also do some other stuff. So why don't you tell folks what else do you do for Cities and Snap?
I kick your butt in gear to do stuff.
It's true. That is actually a good summation. But yeah, so
Yeah.
folks like Kitty Claw and Don Lane and the others, basically like if I don't have stuff done by a certain time, they typically are just like, "Hey Kaz, this hasn't happened yet." And I'm like, "Oh great, I gotta do this." And that's honestly what it is. And then also a lot of very valuable community insight, because obviously, occasionally someone's just like, I don't really want to tell Kaz this or post it in the thing. And so, people like Kitty Claude are nice and they tell me, and they don't reveal names, obviously, because, respect and all that, but just things like, hey, some people feel like X needs to happen or Y doesn't need to happen, and then we use that to help guide the future of the event, because that way it's held completely anonymous, and there's absolutely no way for me to see that in any way, shape, or form, and it's absolutely great that we have folks like this willing to help, because it takes a small army to run this thing. I know a lot of people don't realize that, but it takes a small army to run it. But I thank all of you, a little bit of a Cities and Snap army there, and let's go ahead and draw that giveaway.
Okay, so the first winner, let me get over to my tab. The first winner is going to be Laszlo. Laszlo 1984, you have won the first giveaway. So please whisper me and I will give you the key.
Nice, Laszlo, congratulations on that. So, Kitty Claude, what are we doing for the next giveaway?
So the next one is the High Tech Buildings Creator Pack from Adventures of AJ.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's from Adventures of AJ. Now, if people have keys, how do they get their keys to you? Because AJ gave you his key. How did he give you his key?
Yes. He messaged me on Discord, the name of the game and the key that he copied in from when he got it from, I believe it was either Humber Bundle or Paradox Store. You can get keys on both those sites. Paradox will let you give the key away. Sometimes it depends on Humble Bundle who the game company is, whether you get a link into an account or not. But most of them, like for the Paradox products, you can definitely buy it and share the key with somebody.
Awesome. And again, if people want to do that, they just have to contact you directly, right? It can be, and also, can it be anonymous? Because I know some people like doing that.
Yeah, so when you donate the key, I just ask you, do you want it from like the CIS community, like your community, or do you want it anonymous? That works too. However you want to do it.
So wait, could I contact you and say, hey, I want this to be on behalf of the Kaz Gym community?
Yes, you can.
I can. Awesome. You hear that, folks? You can get yourself some free plug right there from Kitty Claude herself. So I guess let's go ahead and get that giveaway running. And then do you have any final words for us, Kitty Claude, before I let you go?
Good luck to other participants, even though they probably can't hear me. And thank you, everybody, for coming out today.
Awesome. And folks, again, that's Kitty Claude. Also, you stream a little bit now too, don't you?
Yes, I do. Just a little bit, yes.
So out of curiosity, just so people know, what kind of stuff do you stream? Because also you're in the Skylines community a lot in general, so I assume some Skylines.
Yeah, although I've been addicted to Tropical 6 lately, so I've been doing a lot of that. I am going to be getting back to Cities, and I've also been doing Cook Serve Delicious 3.
Ooh,
and
lots of good stuff.
Yes, and Sims 4 will be coming soon. I got to figure out what I want to do.
Ooh, that's going to be really fun. So folks, again, be sure to thank Kitty Claude for all the work she does, and, go check her out. And also, good milestone for past 200 followers. That's a huge accomplishment. Congrats on that, Kitty Claude. I haven't told you that yet, but I figure I can tell you now. That counts, right?
Thank you. And thank you to everybody who has followed me. I really, really appreciate it.
Awesome. And folks, again, that is Kitty Claude, our giveaways warden, and also a streamer and sometimes competitor for Cities and Snap in her own right.
Thank you.
Alrighty. There we go. All right, Rip Pies. Ananamoose. Wait, Ananamoose. Congratulations. Wait, what? Grass Laszlo. Darn, the CS Discord is way too big and has too many channels. However, find a thing. It's under announcements. I will list it under documents at some point, Mario. If you send me a message, I will send you the link directly, or I will also post it to the documents channel. I do apologize for that, but yeah, the Discord has been growing quite a bit. So how are you doing, Golf House? Hope you're doing well. Rip Cybex. Oh wait, did Cybex? Oh, what happened to poor Cybex? Congratulations, indeed. Hashtag rigged. Wait, Laszlo, is that actually your first win? I swear we've drawn your name before. If I look through the history and you've won, you're a liar. Cybex for the win. Oh my goodness. And he says he's all business. Yeah, he's crap. Nah, he finished for now. Oh, rip. Can we get some F's in chat for Cybex? Get the F's rolling for Cybex. Let's go ahead and see what's going on there. I'm going to go ahead and drop in for a spontaneous interview.
In black.
So, Cybex, this is your halfway interview, but may I ask what's happening down there?
We are partying. That's why I got my stunner shades on. No, we are HGTV. Sorry, my chat and me were trying to figure out what I was talking about. Anyways, yeah. So I forgot to enable an asset, and it's going to be crucial. So I went back. I decided I'm doing well enough right now in the tournament that I'm just flexing, I guess.
Ah, so you're just
not intentionally. Actually, that wasn't the point at all. I'm just being funny.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it was intentional. It wasn't an actual crash. Good. I was going to be really worried for you. All right, so I just want to check in on that. We'll be sure to drop it with you here in a few minutes for your actual halfway interview.
All right, sounds good, man. I was actually literally doing it ahead of time so that we didn't have to talk about it during my halfway interview.
Oh, gotcha.
Thanks
well,
for
gotcha anyways.
Spoiling that.
obviously.
Yep.
All right, see you soon. All right, so I just want to check in on that. Hey, Mighty, what's up there? And then Toady, what's up, Toady? Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There we go, Toady Heart, that's right. Hey, Mike, and all, that's right. And remember, folks, your emotes might not be working. It's not your fault. Twitch's stuff is being really janky right now. I do apologize for that. There's nothing we can do about that. But what we can do is continue to focus on this lovely competition. And also, really quickly, I do want to ask, really quick, hey, I need to send a quick message. But folks, what do you think of the overall scope so far? Do you feel like we have people pulling ahead? I know a couple people have said, yeah, maybe Cybex because he's actually got a city, but I mean, now he's out. So what do you guys think? Is anyone pulling ahead? Are we falling behind? What's happening there? There you go. Twitch is twitchy. It's true. Twitch is very twitchy. All right, so let's go ahead and pop over. I want to also take a deeper look at what's happening between both Otherworld and Skyland's Traveler Tech, because obviously Cybex is on the loading screen, and then Radworld hasn't really added a lot of interesting components to his build at this time. However, what I am looking at here is it does look like Otherworld actually has... It looks like he's building a bit of a back road system. It looks like he's building something a bit more rural, probably on the back end or just in the outskirts of his city. Not really a whole lot there, but still could be a very critical component to the build as a whole in helping sell the idea. There we go. I have no overview of the city. It's kind of hard to see. It's true, they are a little hard to see, but that's why we zoom in like this for you folks. So let's go ahead and check out Radworld real quick. Alright, so Radworld with, it looks like a very interesting intersection design. Now, I am curious what the idea is here. I think I get it. He's trying to go for... Oh, that is tricky. So he's basically going for a crossover. Now, I'm curious if he'll actually be able to get this looking good. Because really, getting something like this looking good is incredibly difficult on vanilla. But if anyone can do it, I bet Radworld can. I have confidence in the Radworld. Do you guys have confidence in the Radworld? I know I do. Wine sounds good. I'm sure it does. So let's go ahead and pop on over and see what Skyline's Traveler Tech is up to. So STT is still working a little bit on his builds over here. Now, I am curious though, because he has a little bit of a city now. Still not a lot of it though. We have to keep that in mind. He still doesn't have a whole lot of city. So I'm incredibly curious what his strategy here, what his plan is. or just what he's intending to do, because it does seem like he's focusing a lot on this area, so he must really be going for those theme points, and he's not really going for, I guess, the city points at all, which is a strategy. I wouldn't say a recommended one, but still. There we go. Was about the all right, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Wine sound good. So why does wine sound good, Gareth? You've got to help me. Help me help you. There we go. And there we go. Pumpkin getting his ticket. Be sure to go ahead and grab your stuff, folks. Use exclamation mark ticket to grab your chance at winning. It'll be absolutely beautiful. On first side, I want to enter. On second, I already won that pack. It's true, you have. And you also know that if you enter, you'll just win. So you're just kind of being unfair right now. But folks, I've got a special interview. Right now, I've got a special Toady YPQ coming into Discord. And I was going to ask her a couple questions. Let's see if she's in here now. Toady, are you alive?
Hello.
Hey, Toady. So, this is kind of a spontaneous thing by starting chat, and I want to do a quick little ask of you. So, you got to participate in a Paradox Interactive stream last week.
I did.
You did. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Like, so what was that event like for you? I mean, that had to have been really fun for you, really exhilarating.
Yeah, exhilarating is a really good word for it. If anybody here knows me, they know I like to be really super crazy prepared ahead of time. And I did not have that in my fullest capacity with this. It was very much flying by the seat of my pants. So personally, it was a super challenge, but like just City Skylines it was way fun.
I bet. So now you were obviously, because like I selected because you're just someone you had won a previous Citizen Snap, a relatively recent Citizen Snap nonetheless, and I knew you happened to have experience with what they wanted, so it was just kind of a perfect thing. So, was it something that you would recommend to people, and do you think that that's a fun little, because obviously that doesn't happen for everyone that wins Cities in a Snap, but as kind of like there's like a 1 in 20 chance that you might get to do this, would you say that itself is really good incentive to want to participate in Cities in a Snap?
Yeah, gosh, I mean, like, being dragged over into this Cities in a Snap community has opened up so many opportunities for me in obviously what you've just mentioned, in friendships, in learning more about the City Skylines game, things I never knew that were possible. There's a plethora of reasons to get into this. It's been the world to me.
Awesome. So out of curiosity then, so how were you introduced to the Cities in Snap community? Because you're someone that you got introduced to us about 2 months ago or so. So how did that happen exactly?
I had snooped you guys a little just by like seeing you on the channel. But before being part of the community, I've always been a super mega lurker, so nobody knew I was here. I was super sneaky. But then there's this fella called That City's Dork who came into my stream and said, hey, you should do a thing. And then I just, was like, oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, all right. And then he PM'd me and said, hey, you should really do a thing. And he convinced me, just like I think many of us try to convince new people, he convinced me just to apply and see what that part is like. And then my name got picked and I said, well, okay. And here we are.
Nice. And obviously, I mean, so over the course of 2 months, you've gone from being new participant to Victor participant to helping us with a really successful charity event, which is really great. Yeah. And then also doing the Paradox Interactive stream, because as a previous winner, obviously you're on the short list for that. Now, I do want to ask you also one more thing, because I also wanted to give you this is Sneaky Kaz being sneaky, but I believe you're being involved with another charity stream here soon, aren't you?
Yeah, like I would say 7-ish more charity streams over the course of 6 days. Can I give a little pitch?
Yeah, please do. That's what this is for.
Oh, you guys are great. So the company, one of the names they go by is Let's F Cancer. And they are both Canadian and American. They do a whole bunch of stuff for cancer prevention and education and dealing with life with cancer. So on my channel, November 20th to 25th inclusive, there's a whole whack of different types of streams that we're doing. City Skylines will be specifically the 20th and the 25th. Guys, I'm going to try to play vanilla City Skylines. It's going to be really scary. And you can donate to make crazy things happen. So come over, hang out.
Awesome. That's going to be absolutely great. And we can find you at twitch.tv/ToadyYPQ for that, correct?
Something like that. Yep.
Awesome. And then also, I believe you've already posted a link in the community Discord as well. So obviously, I think you'll only have to scroll up about a week or so in order to find that stuff in general chat. But yeah, feel free to find that stuff, folks. And again, because we love our charity events, because obviously giving to charity is really important across the board, especially right now when so many people are hurting from so many different things. We can even do a little bit in one area. It helps so much. And Toady, I wanted to thank you for popping on in here, and also for just being a great builder and also representing us so well on the Paradox Interactive stream. I know that you definitely gave us a good name over there, because there were some people that were a little skeptical of Patricia when she was like, we got a guy that can get us a guy. They were like, but then they're like, oh yeah, this is great. You should bring in more of those folks. So
Nice.
I want to thank you very much. You did a great job of representing us. And remember, folks, you can also have an opportunity to do this kind of stuff and play on a Paradox Interactive stream potentially, because winners get first come, first serve whenever they need a fill-in. So if you've won and they need a fill-in, they contact me. Winners will be among the first contacted. And with that ado, Toady, do you have anything else?
No, just that you guys are super easy to represent. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'll be sure to tune in for your charity streams, and also best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime. All right, SCT is making a Christmas tree patch. I did see that. I want to talk about that, but given that we're almost at the halfway interviews, we're going to wait a few minutes. Actually, you know what? Ooh, we should probably interview him first, because I am curious about the Christmas tree patch. So let's go ahead and chat with him about his Christmas tree patch, and then we'll circle around and start talking with the others, such as Otherworld, Rad World, and Cybex Streams. So let's go ahead and start over there, and let's go ahead and see what's going on with STT. What's up, Skylines Traveler Tech?
Well, I'm missing some mods.
Uh-oh. So, I did lie to you earlier. I promised you that I would be interviewing you guys in order, but I had to visit you right now, because you're playing with one of my favorite things in the world right now, Christmas trees. So,
Really?
what's going on here? I love Christmas trees. They're brilliant.
I had a bit of an epiphany here that we're going with the Christmas tree farm right in the middle of the festivities here.
Right. I like that.
So
I
that's
really like
essentially
that.
what I'm building. And I don't know if you noticed in the day-night cycle, but we have some very holiday-themed lights over on the park paths.
Yes, I was noticing that a little bit. We haven't had a good view on it because you're always like minimized whenever it happens to be nighttime. But one of these days we'll be looking at you full screen whenever it goes nighttime, and we'll be able to showcase that for everyone. So what mods are you missing that you're kind of regretting at this point?
Prop line tool. It would save a lot of time here in this.
Oh, wow, that's a major one to miss too.
Rip.
Oh my goodness, how'd you do that?
Well, I'm just individually placing this, so fortunately I don't have to really worry about everything else like you do with some of the other building opportunities.
That is true. Oh my goodness. Well, worse things have happened maybe. So as far as your pacing, do you feel like you're ahead? Are you behind? Are you about on pace with where you need to be? What's the story here?
Given the nature that I don't have to invest in so much in the infrastructure and stuff like that, I feel like I'm right on par. But at the same time, I feel like that the lack of mods, for example, another one is to be able to place as many buildings as you want. That's kind of a setback. So I'm throwing extra curveballs at my way, even though I didn't really intend for that to happen.
Right, and that can definitely be on, because like me, like I'll say it this way, I do a different method. I don't use that mod for it. So like I can already imagine that my method for doing it, if that were removed, I'd be thrown for a loop too. So don't worry, I'm with you there. So as far as the actual like your plans go, so are you having to alter your plans a little bit since you're missing a couple of your tools from your toolbox, or are you just doing your best to kind of MacGyver it together?
We're going for the MacGyver approach right now.
You know what? That's the best way to do it. And of course, there's the blinky lights. I mean, you gotta have blinky.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, check this out.
Goodness.
So, Santa's workshop. You have to have that.
All right. Oh, I've seen that asset. It's beautiful. Very well done. Who made that again, or do you know?
I do not know. So
I'll have to look it up because it's one of the best assets I've seen lately. But lots of good stuff.
I'm thinking, hey, this is a pretty good asset to throw in the mix with all these different trees, and now we're finally getting a little bit of a taste of the nighttime hours. And some of these buildings even have actual Christmas themed music, so I'm trying to stay a little bit clear away from that. Don't want to be DMCA'd or anything.
Right. Don't want to get. Well, fortunately, you won't get DMCA'd on our side, but you'll get DMCA'd on your side. But as far as the actual build, I love it so far. It's looking really great, and also I just want to wish you luck here in the back half.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Awesome. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Skylines Traveler Tech, a veteran of the event, despite what his name says, and we will be back with you for the end interviews. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Very good. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect. And now we are on to participant number 1,
Hey.
Otherworld. What's up, Otherworld?
Hey, how's it going, Kaz?
It's going pretty well. Beautiful day. Cities in the Snap and whatnot. Always hype about that. So why don't you talk us a little bit through your build? Are you ahead? Are you behind? Are you about on pace? How's that looking?
I think I'm on pace-ish, maybe. I don't know. I've decided I'm gonna try to do something up here for the festival area. So I have a town up over here. Not a very big one, but it's a town. And then up here, I've got the. This is part of the game itself. It's actually with the park entrance thing. So, like, hey, welcome to this Christmas type of area. I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out in my mind. I have kind of an idea of what I want to do, but it's coming together. I'm just plodding along. I decided I wasn't going to do much with my city because I didn't want to spend too much time on that and forget about the actual festival area. So.
Right. So, and it's interesting that you're doing that as a festival area, because my initial prediction whenever you were laying the roads going this direction, I was like, oh, he's probably going for like some back roads just to add a little bit of scenic. But no, this is actually like, this is the main event up here. So I was dead wrong.
Yeah.
What? I, even Kaz Jim gets wrong sometimes. It happens.
It's okay.
It's fine. We'll forgive me eventually. I'll forgive me eventually, at least. I hope you will as well. But as far as the actual themed area, it's looking really nice. I love the road assets you're using. And really quickly, so is there a particular location that you're trying to invoke here?
So I was talking earlier, maybe I mentioned this when you first in here, but I kind of have a mind of a German type of village, like Christmas village, because they're like I was looking online of pictures in Germany, like some of their cities there, they do like Christmas really huge, right? Like lots of lights and stuff. But then I also have like an idea because of this waterfall and lake area of Banff, which is, I believe, in Alberta, but it's like a really luxurious, beautiful area with like a resort area and stuff like surrounding this or up against this really beautiful lake. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. So I kind of have like a resort type / city type of, or Christmas village type of idea in mind, I guess. Whether or not it all comes together, we'll see, but that's kind of what I'd like to do in general. So.
Nice. I really like that. That's absolutely brilliant. I love the idea. I can't wait to see it come to fruition, because we have some people in chat being like, yes, that's amazing. So a lot of people seem to know what you're talking about. So the pressure's on. People actually know what you're talking about.
Boy.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll be chatting with you later, because you've got about 55 minutes left. Folks, this is twitch.tv/otherworld_. Don't forget that underscore. And we'll be chatting with you during the end interviews. How's that sound?
Sounds good, Cass. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right. Perfect. And now we're on to the Radish Man. What's up, Rad?
Hi there. How you doing?
Doing well. So, how are we feeling? Are you on pace? Are you behind? You've got about 55 minutes left. So how's that looking for you?
I'm behind. I'm all over the place. I'm starting to panic. I'm definitely into my 1980s top-down style drawing and saying, who cares where that goes? Let's just chuck it in, because I'm sure it'll look fine by the end. So yeah, I'm starting to panic, and we'll see how we get on. I have built some nice bits of rail though, because I know that it's very important to build a nice train station for Kazjim, sat in the middle of the city. So I'm hoping that if I've got an incomplete city, I'll probably just get full marks for public transit, and that'll be fine.
I mean, what people don't know is that there's an invisible multiplier based on how many train stations I see, and you're doing fine.
Absolutely, that's the aim of the game. So yeah, no, I think it's going quite well. I've sort of done my kind of standard city. It's got a few problems, but I'm sure they'll sort out as the education kind of comes in. And now I'm going to start to work on some of the more the tricky bits, some of the surprises, some of the things that maybe chat isn't expecting to see.
Nice, I love that. And again, this is a very standard city for you. Like you do have a pattern, and I like that because again, having a strategy, having a pattern works really well. So you've got kind of that gridded core, and then you've got kind of the swervy bits building out from there, and it looks and feels so good. I love that you do that.
This is the rad style with the binary trees kind of in the outside, and then we go for the squares in the middle. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I've made my center bit Winterval as well, because this is the city I live in got in trouble about 20 years ago for renaming Christmas as Winterval, and it was kind of one of these fake news stories that went into the press that Birmingham banned Christmas. So it's a bit of a joke with us all now. So as you know, British people are terribly ironic. So we all say Merry Winterbell to each other, and we think we're very amusing. So that's what I've done in the centre there. So yeah, I think it's going okay. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone else has built, and I'm just going into this stage of panic of trying to get something cohesive in whatever we've got 53 minutes time.
Yeah, and actually you said that right at the mark with 53 minutes left, so it's like you're psychic or something. But also
I'm
the
not
final
on the stream, I promise.
Yeah, sure. No, it's fine. I trust you guys. Like I said earlier, we've probably got 5 good guys sitting here chatting in chat earlier. We think we're good guys anyways. But the final thing I'll ask you is, as far as the actual, so you play with just, well, I would say it's vanilla plus, because I mean obviously you use the workshop to get the map, things like that. Yeah. But what is your decision to play mostly vanilla about? Because I know a lot of people always ask, if you have a PC, why not play with mods? So what's your logic to that?
I don't know. I mean, stubbornness. Let's say this. But like, I've got 400 hours in the game, which is quite a lot of hours, I guess. But I think you can learn the base game in a certain length of time, and then when you start to play with mods, and I hear people saying that they've downloaded 10,000 assets and this kind of stuff. And various mods and stuff. There's clearly a lot more to learn once you start to get into the modded game. And so I have played with Traffic Manager, and I've played with some of these things in the past. But it feels like in Cities in a Snap, it's quite a good idea to go with more of a pure concept. Either say, right, we're going to go with mods, we're going to build some really interesting assets, and we're going to do some interesting stuff like that. Or you say, well, it's a good idea to keep it, completely unmodded. We've got no assets downloaded, and to say what we're going to try and do is work with the assets that we've got in a more creative sense, and you'll hopefully see some of those ideas and be able to decide whether they pay off or not. But also, I have played quite a lot with the Switch version of the game, which I know is unsupported now. So like when you're doing the console and stuff like that, obviously you haven't got the option for mods. But yeah, I don't know if I've got a real reason, but it just seems like a fun way to play the game, I guess.
So first of all, we're unicorns. We're 2 of the only people in this community that actually own the Skyline Switch version. So we are in a very exclusive club. Though full disclosure, I didn't pay for mine.
If you're ever looking for a special event, I'd love to just randomly do the
just Switch v Switch in a Snap. Oh my goodness, I'll just like hover my webcam over my screen. It'll be great. But anyways, we'll be sure to check in with you later, because with 50 minutes left, I'm sure you've got a lot of building to do. Folks, this is twitch.tv/radworld, and best of luck in the back half.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the community.
Of course, the best community on Twitch, guaranteed.
Absolutely, and you yourself as well. Thank you.
Oh well, thank you. And now, folks, we're on to participant number 3.
So she's doing well.
Cybex. What's up, Cybex?
Hey, how are we?
Good. So now it's actually time for your halfway interview.
Yay!
So how are things feeling? Also, your lighting is a little messed up on the background, but it's okay.
Oh,
it's not the end of the world. But
yeah,
anyways, oh yeah, it's just a little bit janky. But anyways, so how's your build going? Are you on pace? Are you falling behind? Are you a little ahead? Maybe. How's that looking?
I don't know. I don't know the correct answer to that. I think we're doing really well. I like where I'm at. That's probably the best way to put it.
So you like where you're at. So something tells me it's like you would like to be a few minutes ahead, but you're maybe a few minutes behind, type thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of just right in that spot. I'm
like you're tilting to the behind territory. Gotcha. So. Yep. Honestly, that's not a bad place to be, because I mean, we've seen people do leaps and bounds in the back half before. So, as far as your actual build, it seems like you do, because a lot of people have mentioned, yeah, Cybex has a city. Like, he actually has a city, because a lot of times people get to this point and they still don't have a city, and it's hard to do Cities in Snap without a city. So
Right.
as far as your actual build, like, is the city where you want to be and you're just focusing on the theme now, or is it maybe
Correct.
a little bit of both?
Yeah, I would say the city's pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the city. It's kind of where I want it to be. But I do want to spend some more time. Mostly, like most of my time right now is focused on on the build itself, the festivity side.
Nice. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And we've been trying to rack our brains because you're like, oh yeah, we're doing farms. It's going to be part of our theme, but it's not going to be what you think it is. So can we have another hint?
Barley, oat, malt, hops, wheat.
Oktoberfest?
That's it.
Okay, okay, gotcha. It's a snowy Oktoberfest. There we go. Yay! So it was okay. I got it after like one more hint. Okay, that's all that matters. So, as far as your as far as the actual like theme goes, I think that's a really interesting thing. I like that a lot because obviously Oktoberfest is very popular, and I can't wait to see what that is, and I can already kind of see it a little bit in my head. Can't wait to see how the rest of it pans out. So, as far as the missing asset, and you said it was something crucial, how did you forget a crucial asset?
So it's not. I mean, we'll say it's crucial, but it's not like, I don't think it's like groundbreaking. I really wanted to have a cathedral in the area here that we're looking at. I really wanted a cathedral, kind of just kind of that look like of the German square, I guess, if you will. It's very popular in Munich and all, but we are also going for a very Americanized version of it. So I mean, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like groundbreaking. It just kind of it helped present the idea of what I was looking for. So
Awesome. I like that idea a lot. And again, I think that's worth leaving and coming back for. I think that's absolutely great. And again, sorry I did scare you a little bit and kind of give away your big derp up surprise thing. But anyway, but honestly though, that's a wise decision because something that's that potentially central to your theme, you've got to leave and get that, because otherwise you just got to derail everything and you've got to patch it together. And I think you probably made the wise decision there. And hey, you know, you gave yourself like a 3-minute break in the middle. That's really what it was all about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Awesome. Well, again, the all business Cybex, we are going to be leaving you be. You've got about 46 minutes left, and best of luck here in the back half.
Yep. Hey, thanks for coming and talking to the Cybex. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime, my friend. And folks, again, twitch.tv/Cybex streams. And as we have already visited with Skyland's Traveler Tech, since we did him first, so what are we thinking now, folks? Are we feeling that someone is pulling ahead? Right now, I have to say, I think Other Worlds is really doing well. And as far as an actual city, I think Bad World and Cybex are really making leaps and bounds, but this could be Cybex's week. I think Cybex could totally take this. So if I were to pick a top 2, bottom 2, which is, again, really hard in this case, you know, I don't think I can pick a top 2, bottom 2, because, again, I love the details going on in Skyland's Traveler Tech. What do you guys think? Who would you say is pulling ahead, if anyone? There we go. Right now, Rad feels pretty good. I bet Lemon Pulse will be 4th participant next weekend. What? Why are you saying that, Eclipse Chris? I was expecting Oktoberfest. That's unique. It is unique in the snow, but honestly not unheard of either. There we go. Grudge match. That's right, we could do a grudge match. GG now stands for good guys. Obviously, good guys. And then Skipper, vanilla in a snap. Yes, we have done it, and would people like to see a recurring vanilla in a snap event? We've flirted with this idea before, but folks weren't necessarily leaping out of their chairs for the idea. So folks, what do you think? Is vanilla in a snap something that you would be hyped to see now again? There we go. In fact, Kitty Claude, or moderator, why don't we go ahead and get a poll going in chat for vanilla in a snap? Yes, recurring. Yes, occasional. Yes, separate bracket, or just don't care or no. Those would be the 5 options. You'll do that? Okay, Cuboid's on it. Yes, vanilla side would be good. More of a challenge than anything. So, on some aspects, it's a challenge, because this is something that you have to realize, that you're giving yourself more tools, because that's all mods and assets do. It's just giving you more tools. And if you improperly use, like, let's just say this. I happen to have a tool on my desk, so I'll go ahead and use this as an example. This is a prying tool. I can technically use it as a screwdriver or a hammer. It's not going to be good at either of those. But this prying tool could be used as either of those. Obviously, I don't use it as that, but I could, and it would be considered improper use, and I wouldn't really get anywhere fast. And I feel the same way with mods and assets. If you use mods and assets improperly, they're only going to harm you, I feel. Now, again, that's my personal thought process. I don't know about your guys, but that's the way that I personally feel about it. There you go, dirt mods. Wait, what were the options? The options were yes, recurring, yes, separate bracket, yes, occasional, I don't care, or no. Vanilla, cities, and a snap. I know, right? Too legit. Ooh, too legit. Absolutely. What's up, Sheik? How are you doing? And yeah, too legit. One of our participants in something upcoming soon. More on that soon. I'm surprised Q hasn't banned me from the Move It mod. I'm horrible at it. Dude, if he was going to ban anyone for the Move It mod, it would be me. I'm shocked there isn't an anti-Kaz gem code in there. Here we go. Pipe playing and a snap. No, that would be all too legit. That'd be all too legit. He'd just be like, yes, give me the pipes. All right, poll is up. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Separate bracket? What's a separate bract? It's okay, Q-Boyd. I love you. Then someone's saying no outright. Interesting. And if you're up to it, if you're saying no, or even if you're saying something else, but particularly if you're saying no, let me know why you are, either here in chat, or you can message me personally and I'll keep your answer completely anonymous, whether it's yes or no. But I'm particularly interested in the no's. There you go. You'll be up for it. Dang it, Derp Q-Boyd. It's okay, Q-Boyd. Even the mighty Q-Boyd derps occasionally. I've a bracket for the Q-Boyd. I mean, hey, worse things have happened. And thank you for the follow there, Texture Mapping. Really means a lot. High five. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for joining the Cities and Snap community. Where's the forum for vanilla? Early rave. All the sign-up forms are currently not being used because we don't have another Cities and Snap bracket event until January. Because if you look at my schedule above my head here, we've got the finals next week, no Season Snap the week after, then we have All-Stars, followed by Host and Snap, followed by a charity event, and then the week after that is no Season Snap again, because it's the day after Christmas, and then we're on to January, which will be the next bracketed event. And for that, we're actually moving to an entirely new sign-up system. There we go. My thoughts are, Vanilla City would give console players an equal footing. Looks at Joey. Giveaway doesn't make mistakes. If you think a mistake was made, the issue is with you. It's true. That's absolutely true. I would sign up if you did a Vanilla City. Ooh, Tex would sign up. I'd like to see Tex participate. Because we have done Vanilla in the past. I want to be clear. We have done Vanilla in the past. And it's actually been really wildly popular. People have loved it. Just, we haven't done a truly Vanilla one in about 2 months now. So, again, I want to do more of it. Thank you, House. You get it. It's true. Joey can compete with modded players. He's a god. It's true. Joey has competed with and beaten modded players in the mainline event with no special treatment, no special rubric. He won by the rubric and he won by the chat vote. He won in fact, he got second place that week in the details category and first in the beautification category. So I don't want to hear from anyone that vanilla players can't participate against modded. I don't want to hear from anyone that. He participated vanilla on console. So I think that's just... blah. There we go. So vanilla city... So I do think, however, what Minx Eurosa said would be good, because maybe that would help open the gate. I really want to get more console players in. Vanilla hype for those that rock it. It's true. There we go. Rad World has won vanilla against Bob 4-2. It's true, he has. He has. Not by as wide a margin as Joey, but Rad World also has. Because Rad World has participated in... well, actually... okay, he hasn't beaten modded players, but he has placed higher than them, Kitty Claw, because he won a vanilla and a snap, and then progressed to a final, in which he was against 3 modded players, for which he placed 3rd. So he has beaten modded players, but he hasn't won in an event against modded players. So that's important to note there, Kitty Claude. Oh, I forgot that was a vanilla. No, you're fine, Kitty Claude. You're fine. There we go. To be fair, I only remember because I have a cheat sheet. I have the whole database over here on the right of which events were which. So I'm kind of playing hacks over here. And then the Sheik. How are you doing, my friend? I'm so glad you popped in. I hope you're doing well. There we go, Pumpkin. I know, right? But yeah, so everyone, if you want to participate in the future, be sure to stay tuned. There's going to be a more detailed sign-up thing that's actually going to take all of your Twitch information really nice and quick. You're not going to have to enter nearly as much information. And I'm working on a way that I can try to latch into maybe even your Steam account if it exists, so that we can see which DLCs you have. I'm working on that. It isn't implemented yet, but if I could do that, that would make it to where it's basically a 1, maybe 2-click apply, and then you wouldn't have to do anything. It'd make applying a lot easier for everyone. There we go. Kaz cheat. Always Kaz cheat. There we go. Oh, it's so funny seeing all these emotes without the actual emotes. It's funny seeing just the text. It's absolutely hilarious to me. So let's go ahead and Kitty Claude. We're getting ready to come up on the next giveaway drawing. So if you want to go ahead and draw for that here in about 8 minutes. And then are you going to be announcing this one, or will I be, Kitty Claude, in about 8 minutes? There we go. And in fact, it looks like my prying tool I've used a lot lately. I probably need a new prying tool. It's getting to the point where it's not perfectly straight anymore, which is really bad for prying things open. You can. Sweet. I get to announce it. Kitty Claude is trusting me to give away a giveaway. You're comfy right now. That's fine. So it's not because you trust me. It's because you don't want to. I see how it is, Kitty Claude. I see how you're operating. That's pretty fine. And remember, folks, there's also a form in the Discord for anyone that wants to be a guest commentator for up to 5-minute segments on an occasional, couple times a month basis. So that's something that you can do. And also, this is a quick announcement. So I'm going to go actually big boy screen for this really, really quick. There is actually going to be an application form for someone who has already... So basically, there's going to be another tier of commentator. There's going to be commentator, and then there's going to be verified commentator. Verified commentators are going to be able to host small events. And by that, I mean things such as, say, your grudge match. Or something like that. So we are actually expanding that team a little bit. There will be more details made available. But remember, if you want the opportunity to try and work something like, say, a grudge match event, you need to be a verified commentator. And for that, you need to commentate at least 2 times and go through a review process. But still, that's something that we are opening up. So I just wanted to bring that to folks. There we go. All right, then what's up there, Gratham? Hope you're doing well. Still rocking the pink name. I'm dumb. I thought it wasn't in the Discord. No, you are in the Discord, Josh. There we go. That's exciting. It is exciting. Nice. Yep. It's very exciting. And that's something that we are doing in an effort to expand, because we have a lot of people requesting grudge matches, and we want to expand that. And it's just a situation where we want people to do it. And also, I don't want to have to limit it to just when I am available. So I want it to be able to run at night. I want it to be able to run in the mornings, things like that. So that's something that we are working on. There'll still be a limitation of when it can run, because I still need to be able to have certain things happen, but still, be sure to look forward for that stuff in the future. I'm Pink. Hi, Season Step. What's up there? Hey, Kaz. What's up? Colin is here. Hope you're doing well. So is Colin here or there? Are you here or here? Or here? Or here or here? There we go. All right, and so Gratham, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Is everyone having a beautiful day? Check out this magnificent snowy edition of Festivities in a Snap. Let's go ahead and check out what each of the participants are up to again. We've got some ski slopes over here from Otherworld. Now, it's interesting that he's putting these on the actual slope, which, to be fair, is a great way to put it naturally. And I wonder if he's actually going to find ways to mesh it a bit more with the surrounding hillside to make it look more like they've just fenced off and maybe done a little terraforming to make it happen. That could be really clever. Because remember, another thing that's happened in the past is a vanilla player, Joey's Coffee Cup, did a beautiful set of ski slopes a few months back, and it was absolutely legendary. Anyone who is here for that knows that Joey had a hard-earned victory that week. Absolutely hard-earned. Bro, I fell asleep to the stream, starting screen, and only now woke up. Oh no, Colin! That's okay, though. We love you anyways. You're here now. That's all that matters. Thank you, White. Thanks for your help again. Basically, ready to try and import it tomorrow. That's true. I look forward to it, Gotham. Nice. It'll be absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and check out some of these others. Alright, so Rad World, the legend. So it looks like Rad World is doing an interesting design up here. I'm not sure what this design is. It kind of looks robotic. It almost looks like a circuit board, to be honest. Is this a circuit board design? It kind of looks like a circuit board to me. I don't really know why. It just absolutely looks like one. I'm Bath, Sam. It's so slow to type. Nah, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Snowflake? Maybe a snowflake. I mean, we are on a snowfall map, so a snowflake would not be too far-fetched. I'm very curious, though, and he's got the tower at the end, so we're gonna have to see what his justifications are for that, because I think that could be a really good idea, but I think it depends on his sales pitch for it. Because right now, I'm not wholly convinced, but I think it has potential. Me too, it looks like... Yeah, an antenna! You know his secrets? Oh, you do, Toady. Ooh, do you care to tell them? Alright, and so now, with Cybex, we've got... Is he placing bushes on the road? Does Cybex know that he's placing bushes on the road? Or is that snow? Okay, he's getting rid of them. Okay, good. I also have to be like, what's happening here? Okay, the cloud may want to change texture, but that's a minor thing compared to everything else. That's true. Ooh, awesome. Indeed. Alright, there we go. Alright, but no, I think that should be fine. I think he's doing fine. I think he's just trying to get the whole area densely packed with, it looks like bushes, maybe? And then he's just going to use move it looks like, to get rid of all the bushes on the roads. I wonder if that's indeed. Hey, mister. Hey, mister, indeed. So let's go ahead and check out what participant number 4 is up to. Skylines Traveler Tech, STT. So the STT is still working hard, and he is, again, focusing really heavily on this area with his festivities. Now, I think that's actually a really wise choice, because he knows he can plop up a city really, really quickly, and I'm just curious if he's going to be able to do it in time with enough precision. There we go. Sorry, I had to do a quick sip there, because commentating takes an awful lot of thirsty work out of you. But it does look like everyone's themes are coming together, though I will say, as far as the actual themes go, I still don't have a good scope of each of the themes. As we know that we're going for kind of like a winter carnival from Skylines Traveler Tech. I know that we're going for some sort of winter festivity city center from Wild World. And then it looks like we're doing Oktoberfest from Cybex, and then it also looks like Otherworld is going for just like a general kind of winter village feel. But I don't feel like any of the 4 of them are particularly standing out to me. So whereas they all 4 have cities of some sort, I'm struggling to see the actual themes here. There we go. What's up, Joey's Coffee Cup? We were just talking about you behind your back, and it was probably positive things. Maybe. I feel like maybe all will have a good story. Maybe. I think they'll all have a good story, but it really remains to be seen, because keep in mind, people have been thrown off by that 5-minute showcase before, because 5 minutes flies by before you know it, and then you end up not having enough time to showcase your city. There we go. Alright, how's it going, bud? There we go. It's going well. A real legend, a real leg end earlier. Ha! There we go. Truth indeed, Toady. But you know what? That's okay, because all these folks have participated before. They've got their beginners of the system, and I believe the tally right now is this is Cybex's 8th Cities in a Snap event. I believe this is STT's 5th. It's his 4th or 5th. I'm not scrolling up in the history right now. And then Otherworld, this is his 2nd. And Rad World, this is his 3rd or 4th, depending on which ones you count. There we go. Alright, so I am thinking that this is going to be pretty good. Oh, wow, there we go. The Cuboid and the Joey. The 2 greens have come together, but that's okay. We like the greens coming together. There we go. So, Cuboid, so good at Skylines. I know, right? There we go. Sometimes I think the best people to ask stuff of Grath and Cybex. Wait, what? Sometimes I can think of the best people to ask stuff of wait, I don't know what happens there. There we go. I think it's between Otherworld and Cybex at the moment. So why do you think it's between Otherworld and Cybex, Mr. Reigning Champion? Do you want to explain yourself? Because I don't necessarily disagree, but I think it's a mistake to count out Rad World and Skylines Traveler Tech right now. There we go. And ATV Bros, thank you for the host. Really means a lot. I would not count Rad out. I would not count Rad out either. You did say at the moment. True, at the moment. So I think I'll tentatively agree with you, but I don't think it's by much. I think it's perhaps by a sliver of a hair. You feel Rad World is very competitive. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Trying to figure out the talking part. So that's why I haven't signed up. Text, I can tell you that obviously in your situation, I would be willing to forego the interview portions, because obviously you have a different circumstance, and that is perfectly all right. And in fact, I need to still alter that, because you're not the only one that has mentioned that to me. I do need to take a look at things, and I need to look at a way that I can write an exception in, but also not open the door for everyone to not talk type thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, Tex, you can feel free to sign up once the signups are available for January, that is. Because again, we're not doing a bracketed event in December, it's all special events. But then in January, we're having a bunch of bracketed events again. Redeemed made me bigger. It's true. I'm glad it did. I'm suspecting that's one of these 4. True. I believe their 2 cities seem more complete with Rad very close behind. True. Very true. Rad does have the biggest camera. It's true. He does. There we go. And ATV Bros, thank you for the raid. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for sharing your community with us. And we've actually got someone popping in here. We've got a very special guest that's popped in through the green room system. And his name is Gareth Hubble. What's up, Gareth?
Hello. I'm just making sure you can hear me because something looks like it's muted. I'm hoping it isn't.
Oh, no, we can definitely hear you. We definitely hear you. So, folks, Gratham... No, I was about to say Gratham because I just saw Gratham's name in chat. RIP. Gareth Hubble is a legend. He has participated in Season Snap, and he's also one of our guest commentators. So, why don't you take it away? What do you think of today's competition?
I think it's very interesting to see, with 1 or 2 sort of putting cities in early doors. Just the order of what people are doing is what's really interesting at the moment. So sort of trying to call the top 2, bottom 2 from that is going to be difficult right up to the very, very end.
Right, now, why in particular this time? Because a lot of times we're able to come up with that top 2, bottom 2 nice and quick and easy with basically no thought. So why is it harder this time in particular?
I haven't really thought about it. I can't think of any particular reason other than we've got 4 fantastic, wonderful, and amazing builders on there. How do you call a top 2, bottom 2 between these 4?
I mean, you're definitely not wrong there, but I mean, let's talk about the individuals because we've got a lot of really good ones. So, I mean, we've got Otherworld, who's doing a very nice kind of Christmas village almost type thing, or a holiday village, whatever you want to think of it as. And then we've got Radworld kind of going for like the big, like, festival in the middle of town, and then you've got Cybex Streams with an Oktoberfest, so going away from the winter vibes, which I like a lot. And then you've got Skyline's Traveler Tech with kind of, he's doing something like the Winter Carnival with, he was trying to replicate the ice castle that they have in the Twin Cities. So, I mean, which of those themes do you feel is probably being invoked the most here?
To be honest, I think they're all being invoked pretty well, but I haven't seen really that much in terms of a set piece, if you like.
Right, I can definitely agree with that. We don't have any super huge set pieces now. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing here, but I do think that it's something that merits a little bit of discussion. So do you think that there's a reason why we're not seeing any of those super big just kind of plays like we normally do? Is it because of the snowfall? Is it because of the festivities? What's the deal there?
I think, I mean, for me, the festivities would sort of, I'd be doing something small as well. I'd be doing something sort of a smallish festival. I always think of festivities as being very family oriented, very kind of close-knit groups of people enjoying time together rather than something huge.
Right, I can definitely see that. Now, what would your play be like? What kind of festival would you have gone for in this situation?
I would probably have gone down the Christmas route, but I'd have tried to go for the German Christmas markets. So not so much a festival, but the markets and the log cabins, and really tried to lean into a winter festival. Almost, I mean, Radworld sort of mentioned, I think it was Radworld mentioning that his city had issues with renaming Christmas to Winterval.
Right.
We had a similar one where it was supposedly Winterfest and it had been banned by the council or whatever. So I'd probably lean into that a little bit as well and try and do a non-Christmassy Christmas festival.
Nice. I actually really like that. So now, as far as the actual, I guess, the style, the maps, things that we're going for there, do you feel like anything would have hindered you this time? Do you feel like they're adapting well to it? Or do you feel like maybe the map is being restrictive?
No, I think the map's quite nice. I think it gives you plenty of nice areas to build on. It gives you a lovely sort of landscape for ski slopes, things like that. And I think you've given the participants some rail to play with, which is jolly nice of you.
Oh, I know, right? It'd be really bad of me to not give people rail to play with.
Yes, hashtag not salty.
Not salty at all. But again, so, and then, again, folks, Gareth is one of our guest commentators, and he comes on from time to time, gives us lovely insights, but I'm going to ask you one more bit of insight before I let you go, Gareth. So, as far as the actual, if you had to pick one person right now, based on the data you have, who would you say wins? Or, who would you say has fallen too far off to win? You can pick one.
I would say right now, Otherworld's probably in the lead for me, but have you had a look at Cybex's screen again? We probably want to have a quick chat with him.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that really quick. I'm gonna keep you in here while we have a quick chat with him really quick, because I am curious about that.
Good to see you, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Cybex!
Hey, what's up, my friend?
So, what happened?
Nothing. I'm doing the same thing I did last time. I'm loading out because my stupid assets aren't wanting to cooperate with me.
And that's why we're seeing an ad on your screen right now.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Awesome.
No, that's just, you know how that goes. We have to keep the Twitch overlords happy.
We do. So, you've got another asset. How critical was this asset? Because keep in mind, you've only got 23 minutes left.
It's the same asset.
Are you serious?
I'm having, it's actually a mod issue that I'm having with unlocking the landmarks and milestones. I don't know what it is. So really quick story, since you came in and asked anyways. I had to purge all of my assets and all of my mods this morning because I got on to do my normal preliminary stuff, and it literally cities would crash after like 30 seconds. So I got together with some of my awesome community members. Shout out JFC, Ignis, JJ, all those guys coming in, hanging out with me. And we went through and literally one by one handpicked every mod and every asset that I'm using today. We just kind of sort of forgot one. So
awesome.
but we got me working. So
that's interesting. Now, did you do that just to strategize to make sure that you didn't have excessive load times, or was it more just trying to limit yourself?
No, I don't know what happened. I had a bad asset or a bad mod in there somewhere that was causing me to crash, and we went through and was trying to figure out what it was and what was causing it, and couldn't. So we just purged everything and started from the top.
Okay, hey, that's definitely fair. So I'll go ahead and dive back out. 2 drop-in interviews on you in the same day, man. Maybe we'll go 3. Who knows?
There you go.
Can I ask a quick question in this one, please, Kaz?
Yeah, please.
Before we let Cybex go.
Is this a Gareth Hubble trouble child?
Yes,
it is indeed.
Hey.
No, just a quick one. Obviously, with sort of loading out and loading back in once, and you sort of mentioning that you didn't feel it was making you fall behind then. How are you feeling now that you've had to do that a second time? Is that going to hamper you, or are you still in most high spirits?
What I'm thinking is that this is going to put me back to being even kill. I think I was ahead of the curve a little bit. I felt confident enough doing this, so I went ahead and that's why I did it. I felt like I was ahead of where I wanted to be at the moment, so I think I was doing well, and I had the time to do it. So I'm doing it, and then hopefully I'll be able to we'll be able to stay on pace by the time we get back in there.
You know what? That's fair. I'll give you that. Now, obviously, you've got just over 20 minutes left, so you're going to have to make up a lot of ground regardless, because, I mean, you're down 6 or 7 minutes at this point, but if anyone can do it, the Cyborg can.
I think Cybex has got it. I think he can pull it off. I'm useless, but I think Cybex can do it. So
okay, that sounds good. And by the way, a couple people in chat had said that they're giving you +8 on their personal rubrics due to your suit.
Ooh, nice. Thanks. I am all business. I've been over here. I've been having to screen all kinds of stuff. I've had to like pull out the stunner shades a few times. So we'll make it happen if I have to. If chat wants me to. If it gets me to 10 bonus points, I'll wear the shades the whole way through the interview, and we'll just be like full Men in Black in it.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much for dropping in for another quick interview, Cybex.
Hey, yeah. Thanks for dropping in.
All right, so Gareth, any final words before you depart us? Any last words of wisdom or any encouragement to either the audience or the participants in general?
Just sort of to point out that everyone's doing a fantastic build, fantastic jobs, loving the variety and the themes. And remember, folks, please vote for your favorite city, not necessarily your favorite streamer. If they're the same person, then woohoo, quite dead.
Exactly. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. And we'll be sure to chat with you later. Thank you so much for dropping in for the drop-in interview, Gareth.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And now, folks, with just over 19 minutes left, what are your personal thoughts? I actually am starting to agree. I think we have a very narrow top 2, bottom 2, with that being Otherworld and Cybex in top 2, and then I think by just a narrow margin, Rad World and Skylines Traveler Tech in the bottom 2. But I don't think the gap is much, even within those or externally. And DC, what's up, DC? Hope you're doing well, my friend. One of our excellent back-end moderators that helps keep things afloat. There we go. 999 recurring plus points. That's 10. I know, right? That's great. Men in Black Cyborg. Yeah, he says he's all business today. DC, that's what he claims. Now, there's a debate Gratham. It could be 10 minus 10 epsilon. Ooh, what if it's just minus 10 instead of plus 10? What if the suit is actually a detractor? I'm glad you're doing well, DC. Hope you're doing well. Folks, we got 18 and a half minutes left. And with that much time left, do we have a giveaway to finish up? Let's go ahead and wrap up that giveaway, Kitty Claude. Be sure to use !enter if you haven't already. The giveaway is going to end, and we'll be announcing our winner for the CS High Tech Buildings Creator Pack. Now, after that, we'll have a special drop-in interview from our reigning champion, Eclipse Chris. Well, first, let's see who wins this giveaway. Can we get a drum roll in chat? And the giveaway is 3Kev! Congratulations, 3Kev! You win the prize of CS High Tech Buildings Creator Pack. Be sure to contact Kitty Claude, and she will get you your key. Congratulations! Why is Cybex in a suit? He claims he's all business, and DC claims he's going for a job, or he's trying to punch Q-Boy in the face. Maybe it's both. So let's go ahead and grab Eclipse Chris, and let's see what his thoughts are here. So, Mr. Rating Champion, are you there?
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, so the reigning champion, Eclipse Chris, is here. So, Chris, what do you think of this week's competitors?
Well, everyone is a seasoned player of City Skylines that I know of. Apart from Otherworld, I think I've seen everyone else play their stuff. I can't remember Otherworld's participation thing.
Otherworlds was last month.
It was last month. Oh.
Yeah, it was last month. So it's okay, you forget things. You're old, you forget things.
So, so many people to play. It's so many of people, and it's hard to keep track sometimes.
Well, honestly, that's a good thing, though. I mean, think about all of the legends we have introduced to the community. I mean, we have found and discovered so many legends. It's absolutely great. But really quickly, so as far as your personal kind of picks for what your top 2 would be, what your bottom 2 would be, you were mentioning that maybe Otherworld and Cybex. So I'm starting to agree with you. So do you feel like your assertions are being kind of reinforced right now, or do you feel like there might be a little bit of work still to really find out who wins?
I'm still sticking with my gut on that one, Overworld and Cybex. Cybex with his second dropout to try and fix his asset, which is now working by the looks of it. So I think they're joint pretty much now, both of them.
Right. Now, out of curiosity, because that's not the only thing we have here. We also have a lot of other things in play here, because obviously we have different designs, we have different ideas, and I think that that's really interesting. Now, what would your thought have been for today's event? What would your idea have been? Would it have been something normal? Would it have been something different? Do you feel like it would have been something that even touches the snow? Because obviously Cybex is moving away from the snow, unlike everyone else, which I think is very interesting.
Right. Well, it depends. What's next weekend's theme? Because if it's the same as this theme, I can't really say.
Okay, it's going to be related to this. It's going to be building on it, is really what it is. That's all I'm going to tell you. Because you know the rules. I can't tell you until Monday. I'm sorry, them's the rules.
You can't just tell me a secret, can you? Just now?
No. I'm not going to tell you secrets. If I tell you, then all of chat knows. Yeah, like we can't do that.
I would have gone with the Christmas theme specifically for this one, because using snow, I would have gone full whack for Christmas, sort of that feel, because it's only next month and we're not going to have any like Christmassy sort of stuff as far as I'm aware for December. So I would have gone full whack for it.
Right, because the All-Stars event, which I believe you have mentioned that you are willing to take part in, is going to be kind of sandboxy, and then obviously Hosts and Snaps is just going to be me and Lemon Pops basically insulting each other the whole time. And then the charity event is just going to be survival of the fittest. So, I mean, yeah, not really a lot of room for the holidays there.
That would all depend on if I win the final, though, to be an all-star.
Ooh, it's true. Do you think that you are worthy of it without it? That's the real question.
I don't know. What does chat think?
I don't know, chat. What do you think? Is Eclipse Chris worthy of being in the All-Stars event on December 5th? And Don Lane, how are you doing? Never had to wash behind your ears. And it will be out by Monday. It's true.
And yeah, apologies early, Ralph, for not being able to compete against me.
Chat seems to think that you will do it. So you know what? Eclipse Chris, you are hereby invited to be participant number 4 in the All-Stars event. I know, it'll be great.
I'd just like to thank Q-Boyd for Move It. Appreciate it.
You'd like to thank Q-Boyd for Move It, really, and that's it. Wow, all the other mod devs, you don't matter. It's only Move It.
I thank every single person who has ever supported me to give me that honor.
That's true. No, but honestly, so the All-Stars event, and I do want to be clear, because like, me and Chris have discussed it a little bit on the back end, but I want to discuss for everyone else. The way that we have selected the All-Star event for December 5th is we aren't just necessarily going like, these are the best cities builders. No, that'd be stupid. What we've been doing is we've been looking at people that performed the best on the, I guess, with the most frequency. So basically, whoever has the best overall performance week in, week out, every time they participate. It's like, it's not necessarily did they win, but if they didn't win, how much did they lose by? You know, how unique do they build? You know, do they bring something new to the table? Are they building generic? Are they building... That's the kind of stuff that we've been looking at whenever we have solicited people for All-Star event. But we will be announcing the full roster for that. Again, that'll be announced probably late Monday, maybe early Tuesday. Depends on when I get the other stuff out on Monday. But again, it'll be absolutely legendary. I can't wait to have that. And then also really quick. So you are the current reigning champion. So you'll be facing off against Taradra, whoever wins this week. And then the 4th competitor, or I guess the 3rd competitor.
The mystery man.
The mystery man. No, we just had someone left over basically. For the month, so we'll be dropping them in as participant number 3. No, it's not me. No, I'm not left over. So, what do you think of your competition for this next month? I mean, you've got Taradra. That's going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. I mean, now that Charger's managed to get it first, I can't be guaranteed he's going to get second now.
Exactly. So he's broken the pattern.
I'm getting worried now.
Yeah. Now, and the other thing to keep in mind is you'll be facing off against one of these folks. So, of these 4, are you particularly worried about facing off against any of them? Do you have any strategies for any of them ahead of time? So what's your overall play here?
I would probably be most worried about the person that will win tonight.
What?
No.
What?
The person that wins tonight, that'd be the most person I'd be worried about. So whoever wins.
You know what? I like that. I like that. So, you know, you're just scared of whoever wins. It's nice and diplomatic.
Fact, I would probably say Otherworld, looking at what is going on.
I can kind of see that, because you and Otherworld have similar-ish designs.
Yeah.
Because you and Otherworld, you build fairly similar. You also have the same pacing, which is interesting, because, like, if we take a look a little closer at Otherworld, the way in which he builds, the pace at which he builds, it feels like I'm looking, like, I could swap out that nameplate down there and people would probably believe that it's Eclipse Chris. Like, and that's the thing that's interesting here, and I think that's potentially very threatening. I mean, there's no giant ducks, but overall,
you don't get that.
Yeah, no giant ducks, but still, like, I think it's actually really threatening going up against someone that is so similar, because it's really hard to counter that, because you're kind of boxed in. Now, you face off against people that are relatively similar to you in the past. How do you counter that in Cities and Snap?
I would probably say that I would try and just think outside the box, try and do something completely out of left field to sort of really make myself shine above those other people and think of something that they haven't really thought of.
So basically, just try your best to just kind of push it in. So just try your best to push it in and make sure it really works.
Yeah.
Right. So now, as far as your actual theme, so I mean, what do you think of the festivities? This is the final bit I'll ask you before I let you go, because we've got about 10 minutes left in the event.
Of course, yeah, we're getting quite close to that final
Yes.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. Repeat the question for me.
Oh, yes. What do you think of the theme for this month, the festivities in a snap?
I think it's a very festive theme. It's a nice one. You got lots of ideas you can do with this, like with the apples from last weekend. This one's a bit more Christmassy sort of. You can go multiple ways with the celebration stuff.
Right, and obviously now, what do you think would have happened if they didn't have a snowfall map? Since that 3 of them did Christmas, and a lot of people really do think Christmas, snow, boom. Do you think that would have really thrown them for a loop?
Oh god, yeah, that would. I'm surprised you didn't do that, because I know you'd love to throw people for a loop and not doing trains, doing floods, all the stuff.
All sorts of stuff. So thank you again for your commentary, folks. This is our reigning champion, Eclipse Chris, also one of our guest commentators from time to time. Thank you so much for dropping in, and we'll be chatting with you later.
Yes, and good luck to everyone in the competition today, and may the best build a win.
Nice. All right, folks, and remember, you too can be a guest commentator if you go ahead and fill out the proper paperwork on the Discord. And remember, the reigning champion will be going up against this week's winner, last week's winner, Taradra, and our 3rd competitor of 4 next week for the finals of November, because on the 28th of November, there will be no Cities in a Snap event. Ernie, it's a Santa hat. Oh, I know, right? Maybe he doesn't have disable zoning? Maybe. No, he just painted square plot buildings one by one, just envision that way. So Morphus, he might be using plot the Grobles, in which case that's actually a failsafe for if the stuff ends up falling too low on the Rico. And he has Demand Master on, but I guess just in case there's a glitch, it's a good thing. That way it doesn't accidentally fail or something. And I think it's a good failsafe personally. I use it all the time. Rad World Mass Abandonment. Yeah, let's talk about that mass abandonment. So chat, when you see mass abandonment like this, do you feel like this affects your opinion of a city? Does this affect your opinion of a city? Or do you feel like this is okay? I pester Chasm all the time. This is true. Only if you also pester Chasm, Don, it's true. If I'm commentator, can I pester Cybex? You can pester Cybex if you're a commentator. You absolutely can. Not many are. Twitch is being twitchy. Yeah, a lot of emotes are broken. Don't worry. Your emotes are still there from this channel and all of the others. Just there are lots of random issues happening on Twitch right now. They introduced a new API yesterday, and it seems that it's causing a lot of issues across the board. Yes, means Rad World is too nice of a mayor. Probably. There we go. Mass abandonment? Why is he doing that? I know, right? Why is he doing that? Why is he subjecting himself to that? But you know what? We'll find out in just a few minutes, because, folks, in just under 7 minutes, we'll be going through the final round of interviews, because the build phase will be over. And then remember, after the build phase ends, there will be a brief break during which you can get up, use the facilities as needed, and come right back, because the judging and voting begins immediately after. I don't like it to be a city. I would say that you need to have people. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. City to Snap, it does for me. You got to have a working city for me. Yeah, and that's something that I'm big on, Grathman. I will say that that's something that I do think about a lot, and I think that that falls into the completion category, because if people haven't paid attention to the rubric, know that I've added something new lately, and that is kind of a completeness. And I would say having a functioning city is part of that completeness. If you have just a facade and no function, then you're not going to get all those completion points. And it's a 20-point category. It's a heavy hitter, just like theme is. So I think it's really necessary to drive that point home. Hi for the All-Star event. It's true, Kitty Claude. He can learn from you. It's true. He needs to be a dictator and make his people stay. I know, right? Hey, Kitty Claude, Gratham, Gareth, Mighty Cuboid, Chris, or Mighty Cuboid, Chris, Morphus, Dawn, and Early Rave. Rip, he didn't even say hi to me. It's okay. I still love you, Mist. There you go. Yes, Larry Kaz, can you say the thing about the failsafe zoning again? So in Plot the Grobles, in case there's an issue wrong, in case your computer resources have issues, things like that, or in case you have a loading error, it's good to have zoning placed underneath your Plot the Grobles areas, because basically if there's an error and it doesn't register the Plot the Grobles thing immediately, then it might just disable it. Whereas if the zoning is there, it'll just say, hey, I need workers, or hey, I need sewage, hey, I need X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Whereas if there's no zoning, it's just going to say, I shouldn't be here, and it'll go pop. And again, theoretically, as long as everything's working well, that shouldn't happen, but just in case your computer resources are strained, that can be a great way to save some areas of your city. I've run into that issue in the past, which is why I always make sure to zone underneath it now. Cashdom, I didn't need to say hi to you because you were always present, so I said hi to you before I loaded up the stream to the monitor. Oh, gotcha. That works, Miss Fun. I accept that argument. All right, so folks, what do you think? With just 5 minutes remaining, do you guys have a favorite city? Do we have a favorite theme? Who is doing the best? And also, folks, be sure to check out the Twitter. Be sure to subscribe here on Twitch to help support the event. Be sure to check out our Patreon. Be sure to check out Facebook. And be sure to upvote when you see us on Reddit. We try to post there once a week to get the event hype going. There we go. And then also, folks, be sure to tune in next week for the finals of this month. Be sure to tune in not next week, but on December 5th for the All-Stars event, December 12th for Host and Snap, and December 19th for charity event number 2. It's going to be absolutely legendary. And then also, folks, be sure to pop in the Discord. And also, we will be sending out a community survey here soon. That is going to be about future events in Cities and Snap, because I'm starting to work out the different themes for the different months as we look forward to next year, and we're starting to try and figure out what the different themes would be, etc. So we're going to be starting to look for some community feedback on what kind of themes you would like to see us do in Cities in a Snap. Will the title for January be announced in December? Yes, Early Rave. It will be announced in early December. The signups will be available mid-December, but the actual theme will be announced in early December. I'm actually already sitting on that theme, but I want to kind of clean off this plate before we start talking about December. There we go. If that makes sense, Early Rave. I hope it does. And that'll all be announced, of course, on Discord. It'll be announced on Twitter. We'll try and post it to the Reddit as well. Because we do have our own subreddit now, folks. I've made our own subreddit. You can go and check that out if you're a Redditor in particular, or if you like Discord, we have that. Twitter as well. We've got all of those things for you. But folks, with just 2.5 minutes remaining, who is going to get it? Who is going to finish? Will everyone finish in time? Will Skyline Traveler Tech have enough of a city? Will Round World citizens stop abandoning him? Will Cybex forget another asset? Will Otherworld manage to get his theme together? Let's find out in the next 2.5 minutes on Cities in a Snap. Chair topics. You said you're sitting on it. Why? Just why? Oh my goodness. Kaz need to add Reddit to socials. I do need to add Reddit to socials. There we go. I want to say Otherworld will take it. That's my bet at the moment. I think Otherworld has a really good shot at taking it. I think Otherworld has an absurdly good shot at taking it. But folks, with just less than 2 minutes to go, let's go, folks! Get the hype rolling. Be sure to root on your favorite streamers. Be sure to root on the person that you think is doing well. Be sure to root for each of the 4 participants, because remember, anyone who participates in Cities and Snap is a winner. But there can only be one person moving on to the finals next week, and that'll be up to you to help me decide, because my rubric is one part, the audience is another part. So folks, you are part of the vote, you are part of the decision. Make sure to pay attention after the build phase is over. Cybex exactly, hashtag Cybex ad, but that's okay. He's probably derping up on purpose. But with just 1 minute and 20 left, will he be able to get it done? Will he be able to reap it in? Let's find out, folks. What is Rad up to? I don't know quite what Rad is up to. He's up to a lot of things. It looks like he's trying to fix the abandonment. He's trying to add more trees. He is just trying to flesh it out and cover up any loose ends, because he's got just 60 seconds left in Cities in a Snap. Emotes are failing hard today, I see. Miss Vaughn, there is a large event happening, GlitchCon, hosted by Twitch, and there is also a new API that was introduced last night, and every time they introduce a new API, things get broken around here. But that's okay, because the Season Snap thing is working perfect and beautiful. As you can see, we've even got everyone's little nameplates in. It's perfect and beautiful. But folks, we've got just 30 seconds left. Can we get the hype rolling in chat? Get the hype going. Flag your emotes. Be sure to rain the meteors. Be sure to flash your trees. Be sure to snap your fingers. Get your stopwatches out, because we've got 20 seconds left, folks. And now we've got just 17 seconds. And 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. That is it. All building must stop. Here we go, folks. That is it. We are done. Cities in a Snap build phase is over. No, now not for the extra hour. Now, folks, we'll be going to a brief ad break. We're going to go to a 60-second Twitch ad break. Please stick around. It makes Twitch happy. It helps support the channel a little bit because every bit counts in helping keep this channel running. And also, stay around for the little ad reel afterwards, in which we talk a little bit about Cities in a Snap and what you can do to help support it. So let's go ahead and run into that. See you in just a few moments. Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We're in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. All right, we are back, folks. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. We are, of course, getting ready to jump into the interview phase of Cities in a Snap. A couple quick reminders, I will be filling out my rubric, which moderators have the ability to kind of check in on for me, make sure that I'm being fair and just, and if there are ever any issues that you feel are coming up, feel free to if you don't want to address me directly, you can always ask a moderator to relay the message to me. They're very good at keeping things anonymous. So, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. We're going to go to our first contestant, and of course, that being participant number 1, Otherworld. What's up, Otherworld?
Hey, Kaz, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. So, you know the drill. You've got about 5 minutes on the clock to wow us with your city.
Cool. All right, I'm actually going to change it to night first here because I want it to get the experience.
Okay.
Oh no, it's not going to let me go tonight. Oh well. All right. Well, this is my little city here. So basically, my idea was to have, and I talked about this in the beginning, basically have like a little village, and then have it to where I am able to have like a little festival area up kind of in the hills. And especially when I saw this really nice lake and stuff up here in this dam, I thought, I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So basically there's a little industrial area over here, not really that important. But then you get up here and you got your little village. And as you can see, they almost look like little hunting lodges, right? It makes it kind of look kind of like a ski resort type of town, which is kind of the way that I was looking at. Or kind of the way that I was going for. There's kind of a little Christmas tree here to keep with our Christmas theme. And then these are lighted up trees that are supposed to light up, but I don't know how to do that, I guess. So anyway, they look really pretty in the asset or in the workshop. But anyway,
that's all that matters, right?
Right, exactly. And then I also added, so these are like the really fancy houses, you think of like Colorado and stuff, like up in the mountains, you have like your mansions up here. So that's what they're all over here. And there's some more nice houses over here, kind of tucked away up in the hills and stuff. So kind of
also make sure you unpause. Chat is reminding you.
Oh, right. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought of that right away and I didn't even do it. Anyway, so that's kind of my like I said, the kind of the nice, rich sea area. But anyway, so you got your town over here, some commercial and so forth, and then you kind of come up this road here. I saw this bridge and I'm like, I got to use this as well because that's really cool. And then you come up here to our Christmas village type of area up here, and Christmas and winter area. So this is kind of the entrance to it. This is actually the base game, but I used it in here. It looks like it kind of belongs. And yeah, I kind of went with kind of the same type of theme I did with my last build in terms of the European feel in some ways, but there are these really nice looking white buildings, as you can see here, and I don't even know what the right term would be for the style, but I really like these because it look like small, like the kind of like the German type of housing, but it looks like kind of like a Christmas feel to it, I feel like. And you got a bunch of those kind of all put together over here in this area. Over here, you have some more regular commercial. Right here, I kind of decided to do, you can't really see it right now, but there's lights on the ground here. And then there's this kind of like a snowman park, I call it. Got these little snowmen kind of all over the place here. And you got some trees lining it and everything as well. And then up here you have a curling and ice rink and some winter lodges. And then up here you have, there we go. Your ski resort or your ski area up here. And then you have this, which is kind of what I've talked about Banff before. And this is kind of what I kind of imagine it. But here you kind of have your two resorts. And then looking out here, you have your snow-capped mountains and your pretty lake and your waterfall up here to the right. And then here there's like an ice sculpture garden right here as well. And then there's some fences along here so you can kind of walk down. And then there's lights lining up each of these areas or along these buildings and parking over here.
Very beautiful.
Yeah. And I got some nice ice-covered rocks down here as well, kind of lining the area. So that's kind of the focal point of this whole area, if you will, that and the ski resort up here. So if you kind of look at it from this angle, you have your resort over here, and then just up the road, you have your skis where you do your skiing up here, while you're staying at the resort. So yeah, so that's kind of that's the biggest, I guess that's the most important bits to my city anyway.
So what's your population?
My population is a very respectable 1,120. Yeah.
All right. Hey.
I have nobody in my town.
You know what? It's fine. 1,170, you said? Okay.
1,120, actually.
120. Okay, I was giving you benefit of the doubt there. Wow. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for being honest.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, I love the city. I think you did a pretty good job of representing the idea of the theme. I love your beautification details within the theme in general, because I think that one thing that falls short sometimes is we do a really good job of saying, hey, look, this is like, let's just say Christmas, this is Halloween, this is whatever, but we forget about the little things, and you haven't quite forgotten about the little things, and I really do appreciate that, and you definitely picked up some points there. I think it's interesting because you actually have, again, a smaller town, but it's a very believable small town. Like, I would believe that this is like a little, 2,000 person town that people shuttle to from nearby cities to get away for the weekend, or to take the kids to for a Saturday. And I can definitely see that, and you've really invoked that, and just very well done as usual, and best of luck in the polls.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Awesome. And folks, up next, that means that we are on to participant number 2, Rad for Raw. What's up, Rad World?
Hi there. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well. It's a beautiful day. You know the drill by now. You've got about 5 minutes to wow us.
Okay, no problem. So I thought I'd start with traffic flow at 90% for all the traffic fans, and then we'll get the city started, and hopefully by the end will be the dark. So the idea of this was that we are in winter in a snap, and the idea was to do the Christmas story, and the idea is it's the Christmas story updated for the Skylines generation. So this here, I think you might just be able to see it, is my little town of Nazareth, and just in the corner here is Mary and Joseph's house, and Joseph works over here on the farm, tending to the sheep, And at that time, you know, the Emperor Augustus ordered that a census be taken, so they had to take a long route to Joseph's hometown that was in Bethlehem. So they come down this massive long road through the hills and the valleys, past the heating plants and past the solar panels and the water, and into the town of Bethlehem, which is just here. And their hope was that they would be able to stay at a hotel, but the problem is that all the hotels were full. So they ended up staying in a manger, which is just down here. And what you didn't know was that the manger was not far from the winter park. And what we didn't know is that Mary was with child, and she ended up having the baby in the manger. And so about that time, there were also the shepherds in the fields, and they were on the fields that are sat out here, tending to the sheep. And all of a sudden, they saw a whole host of angels appear flying in the sky, looking suspiciously like cable cars. And these angels told the people that the shepherds that the baby was in the town in the center. And also there were 3 wise men who were in the east, and they came from the east by train to pay their respects to the baby. And you can see them just standing there in the celebration. And so that's my little story, really, of linking in the winter in the snap. So the big focus was on trying to make a really nice big city and use some of the techniques to do that. As you say, the problem with and I'll put it on pause or perhaps just slow it down. The problem with the winter maps is that they can be very, very monochrome, and it looks nice to start with, but we used all these different techniques in the center here to use the different types of tall buildings, but also then the parkland and the snow DLC. There's a winter walk around the back here, and there's Santa's grotto and the Christmas tree. Together with the wheel and all this other stuff. So I think that makes quite a good look in the center with that. So I use this kind of style out here, and as we picked up in the interviews, I did the kind of high density grid type stuff in the middle there, and then to the edges I did the tree form. And then for the east, I really like this kind of eastern looking tower, and we kind of use a different style.
That's what you were doing there. Okay, sorry, we were having debates in chat over what that was. Okay, continue.
So this area is called. They say the wise men come from the east, and so we kind of created a different style of city here with the main road running off, and then the kind of the more, it's not really the shanty town, but the kind of different kind of low density with the small buildings in strict rows over on this side. And again, just trying to use some of the different styles. I used the eco buildings. I did have a problem with demand at the end, which is a vanilla player's nightmare. So we ended up with a few more tall buildings in that area than we did. And then we came over to, it's nice to watch the sunset for a second. And then we came over to this side, and I say we just had, a nice low density Nazareth on the hill, looking over the rest of the city. I don't know if I can see all of it. Here we go. I think that kind of shows it really. It was a slightly more difficult build than I thought, and I had a lot of problems kind of trying to do as much as I tried to cram in, and that's about it. I guess you want numbers. Population is 24,000.
So that is the main thing we're interested in, is the population, but you're unfortunately out of time. So we did get the population in, though. That's important. I do love what I see. It's absolutely
Okay.
great. I love the Christmas story element. I thought that was really good. I was sitting here smiling during it. I think it's a really unique take. Definitely running away with some uniqueness right there. Something else that is really great that you did is you not only kind of had the narrative, but you also very much had, I guess, the geographical scope of it. Like, you actually created what would be kind of a realistic kind of, quote, modern retelling. And I think that's really great, and I think it's definitely a really hilariously good take on the idea of festivities and whatnot. And I love what you've done again with, I would say, is very easily called just vanilla plus, basically vanilla plus like no more than 4 or 5 things, and most of that is just the map and the theme. So I mean, it's just
Yeah,
it's
no,
absolutely great.
I've no mods and no I've just got all the DLCs. That's it. I've got no mods and I've got no assets.
Right, and again, vanilla plus. That is it's brilliant, and I think you've done a great job. And folks, again, for your consideration, twitch.tv/radworld. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, and now we're on to the Cyborg. What's up, Cybex?
Hey, how are we doing, my guys?
Doing pretty well. So, you know what time it is. It's time for interviews. So, let's get this started. Let's get you rolling. And also, really quickly, I saw Grampone with the sub a few minutes ago. Grampone, thanks so much for that sub. Really means a lot. Thank you for keeping the channel alive. So, Cybex, take us on a journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, I just want to introduce you really quickly to this is our city. We do finally have our cathedral. That's the most important part of the whole journey. We've launched out of the game and back in twice now, so I wanted to show you that we did get that done. This little city just sits right on the edge of the coast here. The main thing it's known for is once a year, it supplies a lot of beer and a lot of other things to distilleries and breweries all around the country. But it is known, it's a small little village that works the farms and sets up for tourist visits once a year. Once a year, they set up this whole field here. You get all the event tents, you get all the stages, and you get all the signage and everything all set up all around it. I will give you a day view in just a moment, guys. Don't worry. I just want to make sure I show you all the beautiful string lights, the nice, beautiful lighting that we've got set up on the stages, as well as the cathedral itself. So I'll take you back really quickly to the day view. Dun, 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 maybe I will. So kind of to set the stage for us, what we've kind of got going here is a early morning right after a beautiful party last night. So we'll say maybe it's why not Saturday, right? So it's Saturday. We've just had a rockin' crazy Friday night, and we've got everything ready to go. We've got to get everything ready to go for the next day. So we've got our beautiful Heineken building here. You can't see all the sign because of the snow that we got overnight, and you can see snow is really covered everywhere on the grounds. We've got both of our stages set up. We've got our rock stage here and our pop stage over here. And then we've got all kind of event tents all set up for all the distributors and people that are going to come out over the next day from all the local breweries and distilleries and farms and all that type of stuff that you see kind of over in the distance. So we've got tons of commercial shopping, commercial areas and residential. We've got our mega brewery, which has really been the center of the city. It was the first brewery that was founded in the city long ago. And it's the whole reason that Oktoberfest happens here in this city. So one of the couple of cool features that you'll notice in the city is it looks like we've got snow all over the ground. But if you zoom in really closely, I'll just show you, that's all cups. It's all cups and trash and cans. And it's the whole place is just littered with cups and cans and all kinds of mad disaster. So we've got a lot of cleaning up to do before we're ready to party again tonight.
Oh my gosh, that's
and you can also notice there's still a couple dudes that I think the police really need to come get this guy up off the ground. There's several of these guys just passed out drunk, and he's having a good night. I'm not sure why he didn't pick the bench there, but he's passed out doing his thing. He had a hell of a night, so that's what matters. So anyways, yeah, I mean, that's really kind of the basis of our build. Just a huge, we spent a lot of time more on the detail, making it a really big party area. It took more time than you'd think to place all this trash everywhere. We've got all the nice little booths and places to grab a pop if you're ready to stop drinking some beer. We've got all of our entrance areas. So this is all of our ticketing areas here that are all sponsored by Guinness. If you can see the Guinness logo. Yeah, there we go. So the whole event's sponsored by Guinness. This is the Catfish Cafe. We've got little cafes, places to grab a bite, to hang you over, or to handle your hangover, and get you through the next day. And yeah, I mean, overall, I think I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, and hope it turned out good. Do we have any questions or anything, chat, or within chat?
no direct questions from chat. We do need a couple more things from you, though. We need your
Yeah.
population, first and foremost. And then
79,
secondly, you've got
73.
about 90 seconds. You have how many?
Okay. 79, 73. Just shy of 8.
7973. Okay. Beautiful. So, how, like, I love it. It's hilarious. It's awesome. I've got a really good laugh here. And if you've been watching the interviews, you know that we just went from a beautiful Christmas story to this.
Nice.
So it's great.
I will
It's
say
absolutely
too,
great.
I learned and downloaded Blender for the first time. Got this uploaded on Thursday, and did a lot of work with the Oktoberfest signs. So we do have off of all the main roads.
Okay, hang
and
on.
all.
We do have a question from chat.
Okay.
We have a question.
Yeah.
What sort of tie is this, and did you do it yourself?
It is a half Windsor, and yes, I did. And it is an actual I will untie it for chat. I did it myself. There we go. You see it? It's a half Windsor. I did not go full Windsor because I decided to put it on right after we got done with the interview. So I apologize. Yeah, and
Okay.
Ignis, make sure chat. JJ just hollered out. Ignis actually helped me with getting it actually uploaded into the game because I was having some issues with that, and he made some little added touches with the rope and all, and kind of bent the sign a little bit. Made it some finishes touches to make it look nice. So community help. Yep.
Hashtag community help for the win. Now, again, I love what I see. Very unique. I don't think we've seen an Oktoberfest yet. I like the ideas here. I love the cups on the ground. I like the fact that you got a couple drunk guys that are still there. And for those that don't know, this is kind of like what a lot of Americans treat Oktoberfest with, because I know that this isn't like the true Oktoberfest, all that.
Right.
Like what you actually see in Germany. This is the, let's be clear, this is an American Oktoberfest. This is how...
you would have the obligatory guy that's like, we have Guinness and Heineken. We're we're German, you know?
Exactly.
We have Guinness.
Well, not just that, but just like the way it goes. But yeah, that's just the thing, just to make it clear. This is very much an Americanized Oktoberfest, but something that, you know, if you're here in the States, you've seen things like this before. But overall, I love the build. I love the cathedral there. I love everything about it. I love the fact that the cups thing was a really nice touch, I think. Things like, it's such a, like, it seems silly, but it's actually a very nice touch, because again, it really does get you that actual thing of like, yeah, that would probably be a thing you see, and especially after that big of an event venue. So again, lots of unique points there, but we'll have to see how you do in the final tally. For now, folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Cybex streams.
Vote Cybex.
All right, and now we're on to participant number 4. So what's up there, STT? I almost called you Irish. Sorry.
We talked about this.
I know we did. We talked about it like 3 times today. And a lot over the past month. I'll tell you what, by this point next year, I'll probably not do it. How's that sound?
Oh my god, here we go.
No, okay, anyways, no. So, Scottish Traveler Tech, I love what I'm seeing so far. I can't wait to go on a tour of it. So, you know the drill. You've got 5 minutes. Just have a ball. Let us have it. Show us what you got.
All right, well,
but first of all, we do want to know your population. That's the first thing.
Let's just get the stats over with from the get-go, all right? So 1,146 for population. So it's not always about the size.
Oh, no.
Just laying it out there. I mean, no pun intended or anything. I'm just saying. So we got that, and then let's bring up the city statistics here, since I'm quite modless, literally. Let's see what else. I mean, unlimited budgets. What other stats were you looking for?
That's really the biggest thing. Just the population right now. Yeah. The rest is all you.
All right. Well, I mean, I put a couple of Easter eggs into this particular build. One of which is transit. I don't know if you can see that type of building that's right there to the right of that. Because the whole theme of this build, I wanted to do something Christmas theme, yes, but I also wanted something Snow Village theme. So we're coming up on officially the holidays now, and it's all right to think about Christmas this early.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And let me unpause the game. Thanks, Black Sparrow. Appreciate it. Because we got the blinky blinks that you were seeing in the lovely little Christmas. What is it? The tree farm, as it were.
Yes.
And I literally went quite nuts on these lights because it was very festive. tab that says as well as the parking lot and all these different trees with apparently that they have stars on them that you can take home with you. Let's see what else. And then I added a nice little nature reserve farm fence right around it just to get that ultimate feel there. Because at first I was like, oh no, I'm missing half of my mods that I'm used to using in city builds like this. So I'm literally thinking I have to go MacGyver on this now. So it's been kind of going as we. I'm just making this crap up as we go along. Here is the deal. So one thing was for certain that I wanted to have this lovely beauty. It's a fantastic asset. I love it. And the reason for it is I wanted to have some sort of an ice castle theme. So we got a snow village, winter carnival, and your small town village feel all rolled into one. Right. And so I want to take you on a little bit of a tour here. So we got the tree farm. We got
Love the tree farm.
Well, so do I. I appreciate it. So we got some nice little walking paths with some holiday festive lights in addition to these lights. And one of the Easter eggs we just came across was the pyramid. You know those old school pyramid things that your family always had on like a console table or at the end of on a corner table or something like that, just as a decoration. It would like wind around with candles and stuff like that.
Let's say I do, just to help it along.
So that's essentially what that is.
Gotcha.
I mean, I have a couple of other ones in that area, but that's one of them. And then what type of village isn't complete without a giant snowman?
Of course.
And a blinky snowman on top of that. And another thing that I decided to add was a nice little trolley bus system. Since under a Christmas tree, you typically have your snow village set and you have a trolley system set. And so I opted for the bus trolley since the tram wasn't really doing it for me and I wanted something with a more overhead tension cable car feel to it, just like you see with the buses. And so that's why I chose that. Let's see, we are arriving here at Elf Village. And yes, I actually named this as a district. And you can't see that right now, just because it's in cinematic view. Surrounded by Santa's Workshop. This literally is an asset on the Steam Workshop, actually. Which I was rather surprised that this is even there in the first place.
Right.
So it has its own tree. And then I incorporated another Christmas tree for the elves over here as well. And so I did what I could to make things work as with the limited mods and assets that I had at the time. Since some of these are populating with other buildings, unfortunately, that's the one thing that I was not trying to go for. And then obviously I got my basic city services and stuff like that. But let's see if we can zoom in a little bit further here. Because I think we're missing something. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a nice little...
All right, so I like what I see. Unfortunately, you're out of time.
Oh,
so
right.
Yeah, I know it goes by fast, but it's never enough. And then what's funny is occasionally we have people that end up like 2 minutes under somehow. It's like, what the heck? But anyways, so
exactly.
I love what I see. First of all, the Christmas tree bit I absolutely love. And then can we go ahead and get like a top down of the entire thing really quick? Just of everything.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay. So again, I love the way that it's like kind of nestled between the highway and all that. I love the idea that you have of kind of, and I know that you were kind of going for that to kind of be the equivalent of the ice castle that you mentioned with the big stadium. And as a couple people know in chat, that's a large asset, and it is a very large asset, and it's a very beautiful asset too. So a lot of times those larger assets are a bit lower quality, but your details and beautification are great, obviously. And I love the idea of just kind of, because really it feels like a town that's getting in the spirit of things. Like Like, this kind of, to me, feels like it's maybe it's like the week after Thanksgiving, you know, everyone's done the Black Friday shopping, and now it's all about, let's get those trees up, let's get all the lights up, let's get all that stuff. Is that kind of the feeling that you have here, or what's going on?
That is exactly the feeling that I have going on. So
I love it. So I was able to detect it. Love
well,
it.
my wife, it was funny because my wife was telling me, it's like, you must be crazy, because I was saying to her, you know, it's bad luck to set up lights and stuff like that before Thanksgiving, right? She's like, well, what are you talking about? Well, so there you go. I'm going to go all in this time and double down on it.
You know what? And that is perfectly fine. Absolutely perfectly fine. And overall, again, a very strong submission. Folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Skylines Traveler Tech. Be sure to also go over and, you know, check out all these guys that do absolutely legendary. And we'll be sure to check in with you later, and best of luck with the polls.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. So, folks, now comes the hard part. Y'all get to vote. So, here's how the voting works for those that are unfamiliar. Let me go ahead and give my quick little spiel about this, and then we'll be into the voting. The way the voting here works is that you, chat, are going to have a vote pop up in your stream that is going to give you the option to vote for any of these 4 participants. That's right, any of these 4 participants, and be sure to vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer. And as you're doing so, we'll be keeping track of that, and I'm going to tally up my totals in my rubric, and then we're going to add chat into that rubric, and we will see who wins cities in a snap. So let me see if we can go ahead and get the chat vote in. So CIS chat vote, and responses, it'll be Other World, Rad World. We have 2 worlds, that's weird. Cybex Streams, and Skylines Traveler Tech. There we go. All right. And the vote is up for 3 minutes, folks. Be sure to vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer. And we'll go ahead and pop back into here so you guys can see the cities in all of their glory. And remember, folks, if for some reason you can't use the in-chat thing, be sure to use the vote options with /vote. You can use /vote1 for Otherworld, /vote2 for Radworld, /vote3 for Cybex Streams, or /vote4 for Skylines Traveler Tech. There we go. #vote too legit. Yes. #vote luscious hair. Thank you, Siski. Mobile overlay. We've got the mobile overlay now. /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, and /vote4. But I'm also a city. It's true, you are. #VoteCast. I'll take that vote. First time that I don't have any questions on who to vote for. Really, Mighty-O, interesting. And feel free to discuss in chat. So for me, I have to say we have a couple people that had a very much more complete city than the others. That is not a shock at all based on what we've seen. But we also had relatively strong themes overall. I would say right now, I would definitely say Otherworld and Cybex have the most complete cities. But again, all 4 had strong contenders for the actual theme. So again, depending on how you guys vote, it is going to have a huge impact on who wins or not. And it looks like we got lots of opinions going on here. Since Snap Party today, doing well, attitude. I hope you're doing well. #vote too legit. Interesting development in the vote. Very interesting development in the vote. The vote's not quite going the way that I figured it would, but hey, this is why you guys are your own part of the rubric. It's to help keep me in check, and if people see something that they particularly like. There we go. And then we've got over half the time elapsed. Be sure to get your votes in now. Get those votes in. Make it happen. Make it happen, folks. Be sure to get your vote in. Get your voice heard. Beer always wins over chat, maybe. It was so close for a while. It was so close for a while. But you know what? It happens. It really does. Just make sure, folks, that you vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer. And I have to say, so far, I can see where chat's coming from. I can totally see where the chat vote is coming from. That is not a shock at all. Like, it's a little bit shocking, but it's not, like, completely upsetting type of thing. There we go. So, and I've got my rubric sorted out as of now. So it looks like that'll be in. And let's just see how the rest pans out here in chat. Because chat vote will be a heavy deciding factor this time. For me, it was the story matching the city. Rad's build could have fits any story. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Or vice versa. I can definitely see that, Kitty Claude. I can definitely see that. He missed a Surrey Kitty Cloud. He even had a manger. He did have a manger, too. That is true. All right, and then really quick reminder that after this event, be sure to come hang out in Discord if you want to see how things get panned out, and if you want to kind of be part of the decision-making process as we go forward. But for now, I have a quick little bit of rubric design to do, and it looks like we do have a... Wait, is that... Okay, that's not tied good. Whew, I thought we had a tie for a second. Okay, so the winner of this week's Cities in a Snap event. The winner of this week's Cities in a Snap. It's going to be absolutely legendary. You guys, are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready? The winner is none other than... Cybex Streams! Congratulations, Cybex, on winning Cities in a Snap. How does it feel?
I'm literally crying, Jim.
Oh my goodness, you did so well. And also, folks, mark fire off your bingo card because it looks like Otherworld now has a fire. This is a very strong build overall. I loved everyone's builds. I loved everything happening here. Cybex, you did so good. And going backwards, nonetheless, with Oktoberfest with the snow, that was a very bold move. But it looks like it paid off because you ran away with the chat vote. Like, you robbed the chat vote. You're just like, nope, this is mine. And you did absolutely legendary there. Really, really great.
Thank you so much, chat. Thank you.
I know. I can't wait to see what happens with you in the finals. Because remember, you'll be coming back to us next week to face off against Eclipse Chris, Taradra, and the fourth competitor for the finals of November to see who wins the November edition of Cities in a Snap.
Nice, man. I can't wait. Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you, guys, Jim. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
It's an awesome opportunity.
Anytime. We'll be with you in a little bit, Cybex. For now, we're going to leave you with your adoring fans. All right, folks, and with that, we have a conclusion to today's Cities in a Snap. What do you think? Was today's Cities in a Snap good? Did you enjoy it? Do you enjoy these events as a whole? Be sure to let us know. There's going to be a feedback form made available in the Discord here soon so that you can help us choose some themes and help design the event going forward into next year. Because remember, this was the last bracket event of the year because next week is the final, week after that is off, and then we've got a whole bunch of special events in December, and then in January is the return of the normal bracketed events. So be sure to stay tuned in Discord, follow on Twitter for more information, be sure to subscribe here if you want to help support the event, be sure to check out the Patreon for more ways to support us, and also, on behalf of the Cities in the Snap, this is KazGem, signing out. See ya!